Hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of Tricogha Nights, brought to you by the Component Cast. Before we get on with tonight's broadcast, we need to cover a few things. First up is a little message about the game we're playing, and Roach, would you like to cover that as our fateful DM of this evening?
Oh, okay. Probably should have let me know so I could have the copy up.
Sorry, buddy. I'm keeping you on your toes, sir. Keeping you on your toes.
Where did I put that?
It's mainly because I just realized I didn't post something, so
I'm trying to find the copy. Nope, that's not it. I have multiple pages up trying to find it. I sent this to you last week, so
yes, you did.
I can just... Right, okay. This campaign is being played in the Urban Jungle system, which is made by Sanguine Productions, who have brought us the RPGs Ironclaw, Bleeding Edge, and Cardinal. Currently, Urban Jungle is available on DriveThruRPG, which may or may not still be on sale. I am not prepared, as you can all tell. Let's see. Still on sale. It is still on a very deep discount on DriveThruRPG, both its physical and digital versions, as of the recording of this episode, which is October 5th. So take a look at it if you enjoy the game or the aesthetic. It's, I would say, above average in terms of its presentation and just general feel of the game.
Thank you for that, Roach. And next up, we need to talk about one of our sponsors for this evening, which is Syrinscape. Syrinscape are a service that allow you to bring your TTRPG table to life, and we use it here on this show. It's how we send the sounds to one another and create such a wonderful atmosphere. So if you want to get Syrinscape, you can download their free app or go to their website, and the free app comes with 20 sound sets to get you started. Go to Syrinscape.com or to the panels or links in our description to find out more. Also, I'm going to throw this one to Mikey, just to keep everyone on their toes. Mikey.
Oh, Jesus.
Who's our artist for this show?
Our artist is Seven. They are at Niki, 9key, at NINEKI99 on Twitter.
There you have it. But without further ado, and without anything else to get in the way, let's start tonight's broadcast.
Tricogha. The city of dreams, they say. They might have even been right once upon a time. But now, it's a rotting, corrupt corpse on a hill. When the nation went dry, a few saw the potential, saw the money that was waiting for them. Now, you can't go a block without passing a speakeasy, even if you can't see it. And you'd be surprised just how many upstanding citizens you'll find at a table with a glass in their hands. These can't help but want money or power. Problem is when both of those mix away from the light of the law. Corruption, exploitation, and murder. It's all just another night in Tricogha. Okay.
Yep, we're
all right. Okay. Last week, we were introduced to our players, a motley crew of individuals from various different backgrounds. Our government official, Tiger, Alderman Jack. Yes. Our thief, I guess we could say, or individual of an unspecified profession to the public, but seems to have a lot of money. Bunny in the form of it'll take us a while to get the names down. It's only week 2. Lena La Pan, our mysterious individual. We don't know a lot about him in the form of the what are you, Jaguar?
Black Panther is what he is.
Black Panther.
Pretty much
You're
the same
muted.
thing,
What's the
aren't
talk?
they?
What's the talk?
I just prefer Jags.
Yeah.
They win with the Super Bowl one time. I probably won't be alive when it happens, but they will win.
Black Panther in the form of Jack Roman. Our somewhat squalid existent working class individual in the form of the Irish Wolfhound Larence O'Shea. And our somewhat intelligible British Fox in the form of Harry Neville.
No relation to Gary.
Specifically Cockney.
Just to
Cockney,
point
yes.
out that a jaguar is a type of Black Panther.
I know. They're all. It's just it's fur coloration.
It's just a fur color.
Different.
A Black Panther
Yeah,
is
yeah.
a black leopard or jaguar, either or.
Game's up, by the way, just for anybody who isn't in the game. See, there's one. There we go.
There can only be one.
There can only be one Band
We
of
were
Highlanders.
but we were introduced to the various individuals throughout their mornings, afternoons, and just general day on a average rainy April morning in 1927 in a state. What was the state? State of Fairmont, Tricogha, a metropolis in the middle of the hell that is the Midwest. I live here, I can say that. And we got actually quite a ways in a first mission. Our Alderman friend, Jack Andrews, was approached by a contact who has some unspecified hold over the low-level government official that is Alderman Jack Andrews, and asked him to talk to another government official in the form of the head of the Tricogha Port Authority, as a busybody mouse. Dockmaster has been giving some ships a little extra once over and finding some, let's say, not entirely legal cargo of the liquid variety. This has caused all Jack Andrews' contact no end of problems, and just wants this to go away. You were provided with a manila envelope of documents, may or may not be real documents, but they're there, and a warning as well that a report that is being written also needs to disappear with as little publicity as possible. So the Alderman and his crew began recruiting. He was given the services of Harry Neville. Neville.
Like Neville Longbottom. Literally
Yes,
Neville.
That's why I wanted to avoid it. Because it sounded like, yeah. Neville. Harry Neville, who was given, whose services were given to you by Mr. Barron. But further during the day, you not only got in contact with your head of security in the form of Jack Roman, but you also spotted a good prospect in the form of Larence Lachey, who was unloading ice at a serendipitous time in front of your brand new estate on the Green Row. And Larence was hired for this job, whatever it may be. And we left off with the day before the party that the Port Authority head is going to be attending. The mayor's having a big just get together of basically the who's who of the social elite of the city. You also were contacted by a certain bunny who wanted to be your +1. You were also given some information, a little info dump about her potential background by your new hire, we'll say. He's not necessarily getting paid for this from Harry. And yeah, we began in the morning. It is a pretty normal day. It's not rainy. It's not really anything. It's just normal, average temperatures. Everybody's kind of going about their morning routine. So I'll ask, what do you all want to do? You're in your individual homes. Well, actually, no, 2 of you, 3 of you are all in the same location. You're all at the estate, at the Jack Andrews estate. One of you in a much better location than the other 2 who are in the, let's say, servants or just house staff quarters.
I'd say Roman has a pretty good room.
All right.
Bloody hope so.
I'm not going to treat the man that could easily kill any of us badly. That sounds like a poor move.
So, what are you going to do today for prep work? Because you have 1 day before this party goes down.
First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put back all the stuff that Mr. Neville has stolen in the night he's been there.
How successful was I at stealing it to the point that you can find it?
It depends, Neville. You were caught in your first knee-jerk steal yesterday. So would you risk it during the night?
Well, he's assumed as much.
All right. Well, no, I'm asking you because then if you are going to go ahead about it, we'd have to roll for it, see what you get.
Nah, I've had me lesson.
Right. You do not see anything stolen in the morning. That you can tell, at least. And none of the house staff reports anything major gone or anything really.
So if I remember correctly, I've just come in with the paper.
Yes.
And
you had your breakfast of bacon and eggs. Because we're not questioning.
Yep.
We're not questioning the nutrition.
I'm gonna talk to Roman about the plan. So I'm gonna call Roman up to my office.
Yes, Alderman.
Roman, I've been thinking about how to deal with this situation. And I think the best course of action is going to be if I and Miss La Pan go to the party, talk to the head of the import department and get this manila envelope dealt with, whilst you take a small crew, steal the report that's being written, make sure it doesn't go into any other prying hands, and maybe get that dockmaster to forget what he was, writing.
How far can I take it, boss?
I'm gonna make sure that the record player in my office is also on.
Okay.
Let me turn up the radio.
Yeah. I mean, you can rough him up a little bit, but try avoid killing the guy if he's completely innocent in all this. I don't want to be another. We're not stooping to the level of the mobsters. We're trying to keep it a little level above them.
Understood, boss.
If you finish up early, be ready to pick me up at the party. Negotiations might take a while.
What about Miss La Pan?
Her skill set, if it's as good as our fox friend says it is, tonight might be a good test to see if she really is worth her salt. A friend like that could be one hell of one to keep.
I don't like leaving you with a boss. She could use you as a patsy.
I'm not gonna let some rabbit make a fool out of me. Don't worry. I think I'll be okay.
Alright. I'll go scope out the dock.
All right. Larence, what are you doing?
Larence has been spending the day basically preparing his best suit. Because obviously he expects to be working near or around very rich people. Or rich in very rich in people in comparison to most people he would know. And he has got his best suit out. He's going through the full 9 yards with it. He's washing it, ironing it, prepping it as best he can. He's got the white shirt out instead of the red one. The red one's for bar work only, so he has to get a white shirt out to replace that. But he's got a nice semi-patterned dark blue, almost midnight blue waistcoat, similar colored blazer, and a black tie that he has prepared for the night. And once that's prepared, he's going to get into basically his quote-unquote workout clothes and get a pump going, because he knows full well he's going to need to be prepared. So if he needs to start throwing hands, he wants to be ready for it. So
Okay. Good to know. So get that together. Hi, Leah. I just got a compliment on Discord. All right. Yeah. So you go ahead. You get all that prepared. Are you going strapped?
Yep.
Okay. So
He's strapped
you
up.
So you get that all worked out as well. Probably spend some time cleaning that in a very. What does it say? Is it a nonchalant, like this is a thing, or is this like ritualized?
It's a military issue, original issue 1911 that he won in a competition with an American in the Somme. So he views this pistol as like one of the few things he brought with him from Europe. One of the few things he brought from home, aside from something he has folded up under his bed, which he doesn't show anyone. Midge's face. He looks at it very much like it's a friend of his. It's not ritualized, but it's very careful, very planned, very methodical.
Okay. So you spend time doing that. Getting all that together. You left notice that you were going to be doing some other work for the foreseeable future with your day job.
Yeah.
With the ice company. So you aren't overtly disturbed really throughout the day. It's kind of up to you what you do after getting everything ready and kind of. So I'm assuming whenever you're getting ready, you're just kind of getting the suit, like, you know, get it all clean, setting it all out, and like kind of hanging that, and then it's ready to go, and it's not, you know, frumpled or anything.
Yeah.
Okay. So you do that. Would Mr. Andrews, would he call Larence in? Because I don't think there was a lot of information traded.
No.
Other than cards, other than numbers. Numbers were traded.
And pay was traded.
Pay was traded. I would leave that to Roman to pick who he wants. But
okay.
I'm going to leave it to Roman once he's done his recce. If Roman wants to go with a smaller crew, or if he wants to leave me with... if he wants to leave me with Larence as a bodyguard, or if he wants to take extra muscle to look, you know, a bit more scary than just him and the fox. You know.
Okay. All right.
So let me get straight. You're asking the guy who's your bodyguard whether or not you want to leave a different bodyguard with you.
It's because I don't. I want someone dealing with the dock situation that I can trust. So obviously,
I get that, but you're asking your bodyguard whether he wants to leave somebody completely different as your bodyguard.
You know, it's more of an account of. It's more of an account of how many hands does he think he needs for his job? Because I don't need anything more than myself and Mr.
Well, wouldn't it be more like it's like Roman's not necessarily just Jack's bodyguard. I'm using Roman because they're both named Jack. It's Jack. It's the Jack. Yeah, Roman isn't necessarily just Jack's bodyguard. He's also kind of the head of his protection detail, and like I guess if you want to consider it like the criminal element of his organization. He's in on all the criminal stuff that you're necessarily, at least to an extent. So maybe
Roman
he's like
reminds me of an enforcer. That's what.
Yeah, I would say more like maybe your job titles. Maybe your job title's like number one. Like you're like yeah, like you're not necessarily just the bodyguard. You're more like a
enforcer fixer.
Yeah. You're the first guy. You're the number one. Yeah.
When all else fails, I don't.
Yes.
Exactly. Yeah. So yeah, I'd say that in terms of it'd probably be what your job description is. But okay. So then we go to what is Lena doing for the day? You have a date or escort.
But I don't know anything about what the alternate plan is for tonight.
Yeah, you're not privy to that. And you did do some casing of the joint.
I did a small recce, yeah.
Yeah, it's a big estate with like hedge walls is what you got.
So Alderman Andrew said he's going to be wearing a red tie. So I am going to be taking out one of the ruby and diamond necklaces I own to complement, as well as a pair of flat-soled like ballet pumps, because she does not wear heels. They restrict movement, and she's not about that. She's going to send down a white and silvery flapper dress to be freshened up and laundered. Yeah.
So like kind of the in fashion, so it's literally just it's if anybody doesn't know about the 1920s, the fashion back then was not to accentuate feminine curves, it was just to be as straight as possible down the sides.
And she's got her legs
like
are super strong.
Pearls
as
well. Yeah.
Her legs are super strong, so she's had it fitted to make sure it doesn't sort of show just how athletic she is. And then she's going to the groomers, which I assume is the
it's a whole operation. Like it's
a whole operation.
Because there's a lot of steps to that. There's like a whole drying room because you're just covered in fur. So
exactly,
it's like I need a trim. All right, it's 3 hours. It's a 3-hour thing. More like a massage kind of parlor kind of setup, more so.
I figured as much, but like making sure her hair is nice and trimmed and her nose is clear and things, and her eyelashes are as huge as possible.
Yeah,
that sort of thing. But she's a rabbit. She's got big eyelashes. And then she's got no idea what's going on, so she's just gonna prepare like she would normally do. And in her bag, she's going to take what would be needed for a party and what would be needed for her profession.
Yeah, so like one compartment has got extra nose powder, etc., and the other compartment's got things like
the lock-picking kit and glass cutter, lock-picking kit, Jimmy, that sort of thing.
Have like one of those like lock picks that's actually disguised as like a hair.
She hasn't got long hair. She's short-haired.
That's all right, so you get all that done, and that takes a better part of a day. It's a process to get that kind of worked out. Harry, what's your day?
I guess maybe have a little spy down at the docks, help out Roman with casing the place over. Give me a looky.
Okay, so you two just kind of go together to do a looky-loo around, see what's going on. Okay, so let's do that. So you both head down. There are in the city there are multiple docks, but this wasn't conveyed because I was nervous last session. So the docks that were specifically being a problem was nearby Holly Wharf. Holly Wharf is docks, but it also goes up into the Brown Terrace. So it kind of just leads that whole section. Holly Wharf's where a lot of the shipyard kind of activities also happen in the city, other than the old docks where a lot of ships are actually made for the Great Lakes. So you head down to Holly Wharf, and much like before, Holly Wharf is it never truly sleeps. It's always working. It's a dockyard. Ships are coming at all hours, and people have to work there. So you head down, and it's fairly normal. There's no extra large shipments coming in or anything like that. It's pretty standard, what I would call fishing and light kind of imports and exports going on right now. And what specifically are you trying to look out for?
Well, we need a way in that's going to be inconspicuous. We need an exfiltration route, which is going to be quick. We need to know where the dockmaster's office is so we can get to him. We're going to need to know if there's any safes inside. We're going to need to know if there's any guards anywhere, any guard dogs. Are the guards armed?
I mean, there are plenty of dogs who are guards.
And then anything else I'm going to leave to my, like my little thief compatriot.
Acquirer.
Yes, acquirer of things he should have.
Of illegal well, not necessarily illegal, just things that were other people's things.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. You go ahead and give me a second so I can relearn the skills in this game.
Merchant of alternative acquisitions.
Yes. Go ahead and well, let's say it's a mind observation check. And before you do that, since you have help from Harry, go ahead and roll a mind observation check as well. And if you succeed, then Roman can get an extra D8 on that. That's how help works. It's an extra.
So I roll
D8.
mind, then observation, right?
Yeah, and if you get a success, because it's 3, so 2 successes. So Roman, you get an extra D8 on top of your mind observation check. Normal. Push to talk.
I will not use Streetwise then.
Okay.
Because I could have to get a D12. Okay. I am rolling. Mind.
Remember, success is a 3 or better.
Observation. There's
2
3.
successes, and then you get another D8 because you have help.
So that's 3 successes then.
No, because it's better than a 3.
3.
A 3 is a tie. That's yeah. There we go. So 3 successes. So you spend some time down at the docks, just kind of blending in, which is not actually that hard. Harry's very adept at this, as are you. So you kind of just you both like get a paper or like a bag of like hot nuts, and you're kind of just there, like you're a part of the crowd. And what you see is a fairly laid back situation. The vast majority of Holly Wharf is commercial, without that is public kind of business. So there's not a huge amount of security except for very specific parts of the wharf. Because there's the Port Authority, which has a few like boats that they use to kind of police the waters around the like kind of the lake nearby Tricogha. There is a small section of the wharf that is dedicated to a Coast Guard clipper training ship that is just kind of docked there. So there is a small presence of some Coast Guard, like standard kind of guards. They're in very pressed uniforms, white helmets, and kind of like white gloves. They're very noticeable, but they're kind of out of the way. The vast majority of it pretty open. There's fences in some of the areas that store goods. Like if you want to get to the storage areas where all the warehouses are, then you'd have to go through a bit of security, and it looks like private security for the wharf for the most part. It's there's like a kind of a there's this pig that's kind of a little out of shape. He's got like a what do they call it? Those bully stick? Is that what they call them? I forget what they're called. Yeah,
Truncheon.
Well, it's a specific thing in the U.S.
Bully stick.
Yeah, it's a bully stick, and he kind of he walks a general circuit, keeps an eye on things. You don't think he's the only one, but during the day, you think he's the only one on. But there could be more. Like Little Guardhouse has enough room for a few people if need be. And you do see the dockmaster's office. It's off to the side, just outside of like what you consider the wharf area, a little 2-story building. It's not a residence; it's an office. So it's like where ships coming in will like charter routes. They'll kind of come in to like say, here's what we're hauling, etc. If they're coming from Canada, this is also where they'll do like border check, like passports or things like that. So it's kind of like a general office for the most part, but the dockmaster himself has a small section dedicated to the second floor, where you can see like in a corner. Doesn't seem to be in right now. From what you can see, it's like not it's middle of the day, so it's not like dark, but it's you can see there's no movement in there. He's either not in the office or he's not on today. You're not sure which. That's what you can get from passive observation.
Harry?
Yeah.
Notice any problems?
Got them cheeky geezers over there checking in the place. And on top of that, don't look like our feathers in.
Yeah, I got that. Do me a favor.
Yeah, what's that?
Go ask where the dockmaster's office is.
Who should I ask? What, Porky over there?
Yeah. Go ask Porky.
You think I should offer him a pry?
No. Just ask where the dockmaster's office is.
Alright.
I like
Catch
the
you in a few.
idea that in this universe, pigs are well known for taking up the police profession.
That wasn't my intention. Okay, so you, Harry, are you just approaching this guard?
Yeah.
Okay, he doesn't have a badge per se. He has like it's I wouldn't even call it a peaked cap. It's like a uniform cap that has like a port security little
Sorry,
emblem.
2 seconds.
Right. Just enjoy the sounds of an active port. Just bring it in. Yeah, it's like a uniform cap, so it's not necessarily a peaked cap, but it's the same kind of, it's not necessarily a crush cap either, but you know what I'm kind of talking about. And it's got a little emblem, says port security on it. Other than that, it's like a kind of a dark sweater. You approach and he's kind of doing that thing old cops kind of do. He's like spinning his bully stick around. Yeah, what do you do?
Alright, geezer. Whereabouts is the dockmaster?
Well, he's that building over there. You gotta make an appointment. Wanna talk to him. Though, I think he's down at the old docks today, so you might have to wait a little longer.
Oh, is he there all day, is he?
Go ahead and, because this isn't necessarily, this is kind of private information, so we're going to do our first opposed thing right now. So, he has a neutral opinion of you, so there's no penalty or bonus die to opinions right now, and you're trying to essentially gather some information. You're being just really friendly about it, not being suspicious, and it's just more private stuff. So why don't you go ahead and make a why don't you go ahead and make a, I'll say a mind questioning roll, and he is going to make a he's gonna do this. He's gonna make a mind evasion or a mind negotiation check.
Two successes.
Okay. He only gets a D8. Okay, you beat his number by 2. Or you beat his number twice. So, 2 successes. Well, yeah, I'll be there for most of the day. I think this new dockmaster, he puts in a lot of long hours, if you know what I mean.
Oh, you work late into the night then? Man after me own eye, he is.
I'm sure you could get a scheduled meeting sometime after dark around here if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, it's basically what I'm looking for. Ah, oh, cheers, you're a right diamond geezer, you are.
Right? Just starts walking away. Conversation is over. It's him. And yeah, that's the information you got.
Alright, I'm going to head over back to Roman and info dump on him on that, what I have gathered. Right, so the mouse, he's over at the old docks. Says he's going to be there pretty much most of the day, but he takes appointments late into the evening, if you know what I mean.
Works in our favor then, don't it?
Sure does.
Alright, let's go make an appointment.
Alright, yeah, let's get to it.
And then Utari can take care of his son.
Not, well, Lass's boy, but yeah, and I also need to put the cats away, so 2 secs.
No problems.
All right.
I just
So
had
you
to
get
do some
that-
very tactical cropping. Very quickly. But
We just stood there in the doorway.
apologies for the cameras going down briefly there, but
yeah. So that's the information you get. Apparently, right now he's doing some work up at the old docks, which is a specific kind of area of town. It's where the original docks of Tricogha were situated. It's in the South Bend district of the town, kind of in the central location. But he will be back, apparently, expected sometime tonight.
Okay, I go to the dockmaster's office. I'm assuming there's some kind of assistant PA type thing there.
Yeah, there's this like little kind of blanking on secretary that handles meetings and everything, and she's this little gecko that's kind of just behind a typewriter. Looks up at you. Yeah, can I help you?
Yeah, sorry. Want to make an appointment to see the dockmaster.
He's not in right now. When would be the best time?
Well, I got some cargo. I gotta get registered so it can get moved as soon as possible, preferably.
Okay. We could do that. What's the name of the ship?
I don't have one yet. That's the point.
I'm
looking for his help getting the cargo onto a ship.
Oh. Okay. That's not what we do,
Oh.
sir. You have to talk with the owners of ships to transport anything.
Well, okay. That means can I still have the appointment so I can sort this all out so I know exactly what I'm doing?
Sure. I will.
So I'm not
put you
wasting
down.
anyone else's time in the future. Yeah, I really do appreciate you putting me straight on that. But yeah.
I will put you down right here, and I need your number.
My number?
So we can call you about an appointment.
Sorry. I thought you meant shipping number. I was about to go on. It's another thing I don't have.
No. I need
My card. I do apologize. It's on the back.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Is this a real card?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Roman. She writes it down. Give me a mind observation check.
Oh, she's faking it. I've done this before. As working reception, I've done this before.
Sorry, I'm on the wrong screen.
Is that right?
It's okay, dear. It's fine.
Mind powers. Loading. Loading.
Oh.
And streetwise. I'm using my streetwise.
Okay.
Mind.exe has failed.
Remember,
Which is D12.
if that's like a gift or something like that, that might have a recharge in it. So remember the recharge.
Oh, well, no. I have to go to sleep.
Okay. So D12.
Hey.
Okay. You got one success. She's definitely writing it down.
That's it.
That's it. Yeah. No, yeah.
Great. What, the number?
She's definitely writing you down in the guest book.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yep, she's definitely writing that down. And
I don't trust Roach the amount of times he said
No,
definitely.
he's saying that my name is now in the guest book, which means if anything happens, I've made a mistake.
Sir,
Basically, I've just made a mistake, everybody. I apologize. I've just screwed us over.
Are you? Is that it?
I changed my name first.
No, that requires a legal document, sir. You shouldn't be.
No, talking to Roach here, not the gecko.
Oh no, it's you. No, the hand has left the chess piece. That name, no, it's fine. She writes down. She gives you back your card. Okay, thank you, sir.
Thank
is there
you very
anything else I
much.
can help you with today?
Not at all. Thank you very much.
All right. Okay. Okay.
I'm going.
She goes back to typing. So yeah, you go ahead and get. Went ahead and did that.
Thanks.
Yeah. So while that's happening, what is our alderman doing?
I'm doing research as much as possible, just from so I want to know what I'm ringing around friends. I'm trying to get as much information as I can about the port authority person. I want first name, just even if I've never met them, I want to be on a first name basis as soon as I go in. I want to know which party they stand for. I want to know all of the ice-breaking conversation I'm going to need to be able to slowly earwig this person and, be as diplomatic as possible.
Well, go ahead and give me a, since you're kind of doing that, you're calling around and you're using your kind of your position for that. Go ahead and give me a mind plus, I'm going to say questioning check, because you're using what you've got available to you to try and get some information.
If I don't have a dice in one of those things,
then you roll what you have, which is a mind die, because what you have.
Remember,
that.
you could roll your personality or your other thing as well.
my personality I want to keep for a while, but could I waive a diplomacy roll with this?
Let me just double check that. Diplomacy. Not necessarily. That's for deceit, negotiation, or presence checks when you're trying to like negotiate. When you're in an area for a long time, you can kind of use diplomacy. It's like
Oh yeah, I know. That's what I'm going to be using tonight. But I was wondering if I could. What about my career as a politician?
That die is already in things like in academics, deceit, or a negotiation or
right.
something like that.
Okay. Lovely.
That's how
fine.
the system works, Mitch.
Well,
but you did succeed.
Yeah, I did.
You did succeed. So you got some surface level knowledge because you got 1 success out of this. So what you get out of it is the head of the Port Authority is kind of an old. He's kind of part of the old guard of the city leadership. He goes by the name of Stefan Ponder. Stefan Ponder. He's a cat, and you're able to. Actually, you find like an old newspaper that you've kept because that's a thing people back then used to do. And there's a picture of him that like at a ribbon cutting ceremony for a dry dock that got made like 5 or 6 years ago. And what you can see is he's this. He's tall for a cat. He's not like a big cat. He's like a domestic short hair species kind of cat. And he's like brown and white, kind of splotched, but very like school teacher vibes, just like angular face, kind of out of there. He's got these big kind of Coke bottle glasses that not like thick. When I say that, just like big round glasses, and he's kind of like all like he's kind of got that kind of harsh look through them.
Old hat to the job kind of thing. So they've been there a while.
Oh yeah, he's been there. He's been there a long time. He'll always be there. Yeah, he's been there a while. Yeah, multiple decades as head of the Port Authority. Technically, the head of the Port Authority is an unelected position, so he just kind of doesn't rock the boat with because there's been multiple mayors from different parties, but he just does his job. Partisanship wasn't necessarily as big of a thing back then, so he's just kind of
Nice pun, Roach. Rock the boat, Port Authority.
Yeah. I definitely meant that.
Nice.
But yeah, Stefan Ponder, that's what you get from there. He's just kind of in existence as an individual. Like, definitely from what you can tell, doesn't have like any major ties to like other parts of like the city, like the underground. He's just kind of he just exists. He's there. He does his job well enough, and people don't dislike him enough to get rid of him. He's just kind of there. Yeah. Definitely not enough for Mayor Creighton to get rid of him. So, yeah, that's what you get. I'm gonna guess that's probably the rest of your day spent kind of doing that research.
Yeah,
you're having to call around a lot.
Exactly.
Yeah, that and do like alderman duties, which you still haven't been adequately explained what an alderman does in this position. You do have a ribbon cutting in a couple of weeks at the municipal airport. That will be opening soon.
I'm still a practicing lawyer. Or am I? Am I still a practicing lawyer? Just not taking any cases.
Yeah.
I passed the bar at least.
Yeah. So yeah,
you would still have a license.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, he'd
true.
be able to practice law if he wanted to. It's just whether or not he wants to.
It's
right
not
now.
his goal. It's not his goal.
Yeah. You do also have direct ties with like mob connections that have paid for a lot of you.
Better call Andrews.
Yeah, Jackie Boy here is going to be defending the mob in like 6 years.
Or they'll help me become president. Who knows?
Yeah. So yeah, you spend a good amount of time on that day. Just kind of, light day, doing some research, kind of figuring out your target. I'm going to say you also spend some time going through the documents that you've been provided. And
yes.
What you see is that these are either very real or very good forgeries, because like they've got the embossed seal of the Tricogha Municipal Port, like inspections, things like that. Like these are very good, and they essentially just kind of paint the picture of this is a legitimate business that should not be bothered. They do a lot of work and bring a lot of revenue and money into the city from the Great White North. And if they are hindered, then they might go someplace else. Just essentially what this will look like from the perspective of somebody outside who doesn't know what's going on is you get the sense this is like because there's a letter in here from the head of this shipping company, and it's essentially like, hey, or it's essentially like you are a middleman, like somebody approached you to provide this directly to the port authority head about, and it's essentially a company going like, if we keep getting harassed like this, we're just gonna go to, you know, anthropomorphic Detroit or whatever. I forget. I don't have another name for another city. We're just gonna go someplace else on the Great Lakes.
We're gonna go to
instead of shipping
Detroit.
through you.
Wait,
Yeah.
maybe not.
Yeah, we'll go someplace else. So it's kind of like a
Daronka.
It's yeah, Daronka. Yeah. But yeah, kind of like that is what you get a sense. So it's not going to look too out of place from what you can see. This probably happens. It's not illegal. It's more just, you know, good old boys kind of club going on right now. It's,
No,
is
that's
what
fine.
it makes sense.
That's why Roman's doing the dirty work, and I'm going to be distanced and not linkable to that right now, like in person, so they can't get me on anything. And you know, that's okay. That's perfect.
So, is there anything anybody else wants to do for the day?
I do need to talk to the boss.
Okay.
I need to earn some money.
Yeah, Roman and Harry, you get back after a good amount of the day has gone by of you just kind of doing some reconnaissance and observation of the Holly Wharf area. So you may talk to the boss if you wish.
Hey, boss.
Roman, why did you find out?
Oh, first I want to say sorry, boss.
Okay, which hospital are they at? I will send flowers. And
No one's in hospital. I made a mistake. I'm gonna need to take the wolfhound with me.
Okay. And the mistake was?
They got my name.
Seems you got another thing you need to steal on your way out.
Yeah.
I know you'll get it done.
That means you're gonna be on your own, boss.
I'm at the mayor's party. What could possibly happen to me?
You're with a master thief, boss.
I think I can outbox a rabbit.
It's kickboxing you gotta look out for.
I was about to say. Yeah, but those rabbits, it's the legs you gotta watch, boss. Oh.
Today we learned Roman is a leg guy.
Yes, I was trying
He's
to think of
all
it.
leg. All those gazelles. You think I was chasing them just to eat?
damn! Don't even, bro. Oh,
Chasing tail has such a good
different
connotation.
connotation in this world, doesn't it? Yeah,
It fits so much better. Yeah.
it does.
Well, the only thing is that I was looking at, like, when it isn't like horrible racial epithets, like a lot of the slang back then is just
Animal based. Yeah, it's
based,
animal
yeah.
puns.
Yeah.
Like a kitten was a pretty lady. Like that's
Well, nowadays, it's a fox.
yeah.
You have cool cats as well.
Yeah.
Cool cats and kittens.
Oh, you're going to cup with my jive, cool cat.
Yep. Just
Yeah,
some.
no,
There's
it's
some
just-
like.
it's
There's definitely a
very
leopard somewhere who's like
Somebody
really
put a
into
lot of
jazz.
time and effort in this system
There's a
and
fox.
setting.
Thank you very much.
There is
So-
definitely someone really into jazz out there who's a leopard, and that's
You're
it.
so lucky I didn't play. I didn't play the saxophone playing Jaguar, the Jazzguar. Like,
Oh, I would have loved it. I would have killed
Hate
somebody
it.
for that.
I hate it.
hey, oh, you wildcats.
So, so you go ahead and you go over that. Harry, what else do you want to do? You have a couple hours before kind of the end of the day, and then the next day will be just kind of getting ready for the mission. So you're not going to have a lot of time. This was the prep day. So what do you want to do with the rest of kind of the day? You have maybe like a few hours before you're kind of like pushing it for sleep.
I'm wondering if it's worth pickpocketing some of the dock workers. See if I can get anything useful.
There's some dudes
I
on the
love
street
this
corner.
music.
Yeah, there's some dudes on the street corner playing some like really sweet
Honestly,
jazz.
the music tracks we got for this game is just, it makes me so happy.
Honestly, I listen to this sort of stuff driving to and from work, and it's so relaxing. It's so nice.
If you guys want, I will also share, because I shared it with Roach, but I can share cast members the music tracks if you want.
Yes, please.
Please do.
Want to listen to them.
So, you were thinking about pickpocketing some of the dock workers?
Maybe the guards if I can. Someone. See if I can get anything useful. If not,
Well-
at least some money.
Well, why don't you go ahead? If you're going to pickpocket, then I'm going to say that's going to be a speed. It's definitely speed based. Speed. Probably deceit, because you're trying to
I'm
quickly.
leveraging my sleight of hand gift.
All right, you may do so.
So I do that instead of deceit, correct?
Hold on. Speed deceit versus 3. The more people are watching you. Yeah. Instead, yeah, you'll roll speed deceit. I
Yes.
think it's the-
Speed sleight of hand, yeah.
Yeah, sleight of hand. Oh no, you're just rolling sleight of hand because it's the same 2 dice.
Oh.
Yep.
Okay.
Give me a second here. All right. Pickings are slim. They're dock workers, on the job. But you do find a kind of a foreman who isn't paying much attention as he's like kind of looking over just a group that are on their lunch break during the day, and you're able to palm a pocket watch. Just kind of like slip that out and kind of put it in your own. You don't get the chain, but it's like it'll fetch a couple of bucks if you were going to pawn it somewhere. But you got a pocket watch. You can put that in like your inventory if you wanted to. Just a good quality pocket watch. We'll say that's about what you get. Like I said, pickings are slim for the docks at the time, and the guards are actively looking around, so it'd be pretty hard to pickpocket a guard, unless that was your entire intention to go straight for them. But we'll say that's it for the day, and we'll roll into the next. I need to go and put some hamburger and beans on a crock pot, so we'll need to take an early break.
Okay.
Because that'll take me a couple of minutes. So we'll come back in like 5.
Okay.
Because I need to be very careful so I don't get anything on this.
Okay, so join us in 5 to 10 minutes where we will be back after this short break.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Just giving everybody a heads up, I will have to get up at periodic intervals to stir food. Or it will burn, and my house will burn with it. So, I'm okay with that inconvenience.
It's fine. We can plug things in those gaps.
Exactly. So yeah, we go through another night. And I want you all to roll a d6.
I will stop munching on twiglets. Give me a second.
Yeah. Don't do it in the mic.
Cease.
All right. So you all wake up. He didn't know it, but it's Cthulhu.
Oh God, we didn't die.
It's all, yeah.
You just hear the rumbles of dripping water.
Hey, Duke.
Yeah, he's being pissy because I won't let him get on my lap because I'm wearing gray
Oh,
slacks.
he's just out of camera for the stream. He's broken by the Art Deco bannering.
So, you all wake up in the morning. And it's a day of getting ready because the party, as you know, will be kind of... It's... Because it's Prohibition era, there's not really a, at least official, kind of happy hour that's going to be at the party. So it's starting early and it's going to last a while. It's mostly for people that are not local, so they have time to get in, and people who are local to kind of filter out. It's a large estate, but there's a lot of people invited. So,
What day of the week is it, Roach? I know it's the 20th.
Well, yeah, it's the 20th of April. It started on Monday. It is a Wednesday.
Oh, so they use the standard kind of calendar days in this anthropomorphic world.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah, of course.
Because
Because you had the bull. Yeah, because remember when the Romans, Julius Caesar, the Roman bull, took over. He made these months and everything.
Shit, when elephants came over the Alps.
No, they were just No, they were just.
Barker was actually an elephant.
I would think a Hannibal would be more like a gazelle or some sort of other African like animal. I'm not sure what
Or
he
leopard,
would be.
or
leopard.
Leopard.
Oh,
You
leopard
know
might work.
elephants
'cause he
are
wore a
African.
leopard. Yeah.
You know elephants are African.
Elephants
Yeah, no,
are
they
people
are.
too.
But I'm saying Hannibal wouldn't have been an elephant. He would have been a.
He
probably would
rode
have
his
been-
elephants over the Alps. Was that just loaded?
Elephants are people too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of history we could get into that I haven't thought of yet. So we're gonna move on. I'm already having to ad-lib things. I
We
don't
did
need to
agree that
ad-lib
Michael
history.
Collins is a stag, though. We did come to that
Yes, we
agreement.
did agree on that. But yeah, no, it's a Wednesday. 20th would be a Wednesday because I have the actual calendar of 1927 up right now. so yeah, we started the campaign on the 18th. But yeah, so the day is just going to be filled with getting ready because that's a thing that took a long time back in the day. Lena took time to get kind of the pre-prep done, but back in those days, it's just it's a lot. It's a lot to get ready. So you can do a couple of small things throughout the day if you need to. yeah. You can do a couple of small things throughout the day if you need to before we kind of get into the night, kind of early night time. So I'll just ask, does anybody have anything major they want to do?
I am. There is something I want to do. I want to take. It's just prep for something this evening. I'm going to write a message in my cigarette case.
Okay.
And it's aimed at Lena. That I'm gonna and I'm gonna DM the message when it's good in time. But I'm gonna put on my red and cream striped summer suit, cream trousers, red tie, of course.
Linen, very light, breathable.
I've
Yeah,
got a
probably
boater
needed
as well.
What's the weather like? Because that's going to get muddy.
Let me check my almanac.
I won't have to actually stand on grass at this party. Don't worry. I have a boater.
Of course. It's because it's the midpoint of April. It's starting to get to that point. It's like early in the day. It's drizzly because that's kind of the norm for April. But you hear calls. Definitely Andrews would know. Jack Andrews would know because he's lived here his whole life, except for a small part of it. Because you can smell it on the wind. You're a Midwesterner. You can smell that it's gonna clear up in a couple hours. So
Got an umbrella just in case.
yeah, of course. Well, you don't. Your driver will.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Classism. I'll also
wanted
put
to be a government official in
yeah.
1920s America.
Famous lawyer, government official. Yes, in
Yeah.
1920s America. I've also put on my Tricogha U alumni pin, and
It'd probably be like a class ring. Because
yeah, I always wear the class ring. That doesn't come off. It's it's like a suit pin as well that I also got.
like a lapel pin.
Yeah. Example, this is my actual alumni pin. But yes.
God, you're so upper middle class. I hate it.
I couldn't afford the class ring, okay?
See,
that's
that's
a
perfect.
problem with ours too. I couldn't afford my class ring. Like, those things are expensive.
Freaking 300 quid. I was not about that. As an actor. I was
It's
not
actor.
ugly as well.
We didn't
See,
get
ours
anything like that in my school. We just got
Ours, there was
trauma.
a catalog. Like, we could order a catalog. It just had to have the year class like crest on one end, but everything else was customized. So you could have you could get a cheap one, but it looked like crap. It was kind of because it was a high school like class ring. That's what you could have gotten. But yeah, I didn't do that.
We didn't get any of that. We just got trauma.
No, I got plenty of that too. Which is why I left before the end.
Fair.
So yeah, I got GED. Don't worry about it. Go to school. Go to school. Don't
Go to
drop
school.
out.
Stay in school,
Yeah,
kids.
stay in school unless it's really bad, and then just get a GED. So you spend that time. You spend time getting everything ready, Jack. Roman, you know you're going to be taking, you're taking Harry and you're taking Larence. Are you planning on taking anyone else? Because there is another individual that is hired on as security, the Coyote Kid. That's on.
Pushed up.
Talk.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Are you wanting him to go with you, or are you wanting him to be like kind of with Jack at the party? And by that I mean like with the car, which is what you would normally be doing as well.
Yeah, we're sending with the car to go with the driver. His job is to stay with the car and to follow any orders that the boss gives him.
Okay.
To the letter. Never question. Keep his mind on the job, or Roman will tear his throat out with his bare teeth.
Yeah, boss. Yeah, we'll do that. No, he understands. Larence, you're given a call about coming out.
Got it.
Got a job tonight. So you're getting
Fancy
all that
clothes
ready.
and work clothes.
I'm putting on my sneaky outfit.
Okay.
Work clothes.
Got it.
So and Larence doesn't change at all because that's what he always wears.
Yeah, he's just like, well, this is my rough outfit, so I guess I'm going to work in that again.
So yeah, so you do that. Lena, I have to make you roll a d20.
Oh boy.
20.
A d20. This will be the only time I roll that. It's because I need the degree of of numbers here.
2.
Okay. You know that while your last job paid quite well, you're starting to run low on funds, and this is an expensive hotel room.
Wait,
So you have,
understood.
for everybody that's listening, the game doesn't necessarily have a super detailed monetary system, so it's kind of loosey-goosey in there, so we're just kind of leaving it up to that. Okay. So, I think the first thing we should probably do is it's late at night, or it's middle of the night. Night has come. The two groups have split. Jack Andrews, you've gotten in your car. You're going to the address that you've been provided. And Miss La Pan, you have, you're waiting out front of your hotel when
I am absolutely not.
Who's in the
I am waiting in my room.
in your room. Okay. You're waiting to be called upon, which happens, and you're assuming Jack does that personally.
No, the driver goes to the desk. I wait at the stairs.
Okay. All right. So you're called upon. You making a fairly decent couple when it comes to public couple. You didn't coordinate as much, but
We coordinated very well.
I'm wearing creamy and silver with red highlights, and so
And
is
I'm
he.
wearing cream
I'm
and
very
red.
confused.
We're perfect. We're matching perfect.
oh yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah.
Can I offer you a cigarette, Miss La Pan? And I'm gonna slip you the message because it is in my cigarette case. And it says this.
Somebody ran through.
Somebody
Google
went through
Translate.
Google Translate.
Yeah, my French isn't that good anymore.
I'm just about to find out.
So it's a small two screens. I can't read it.
I do not know what you mean, monsieur.
I think we both know what I mean. Anyway, our carriage awaits.
Yeah, it's a. I think we established that it's a, not super new, but decent quality, kind of town car that Jack has. I had to check that message, so I knew. But you begin.
I actually didn't use Google Translate. I worked it out.
Oh, okay. I did because I don't know French.
I have one of those. I have that. My knowledge of French now is if someone puts it in front of me, I can take my time and work it out. Can't say it for the life of me anymore.
So yeah, you begin your trip out to Orchard Point, which is where the mayor's house in town is. But while that's happening, another group has collated on the opposite side of the city, outside of Holly Wharf.
2 seconds. I need to go put the boy to bed.
All right.
Well, I'm super glad I didn't, spend money on an expensive cigar thinking I'll be sitting in a nice building all night.
We said a job. We didn't say where.
Yeah, I assumed. I had things prepared, though, for either way. Suit pressed, everything ready. If you need me either way, I'm here.
So, the docks are quiet. Hold on, I'll get something to reflect that.
So I guess since I'm here, Roman, this is going to be a roughen up kind of job.
Depends.
On them?
Yeah.
Got it.
One other thing.
Oh, sorry.
Don't use names.
Call me Irish.
Call me boss.
Got it, boss. Balaclava on.
Mass come down. Tier 3 speed build.
You get that,
Yeah.
Fox?
Right, I'm back. What did I miss?
No
Code
names.
names. Code names.
Yeah, no problem, Gubba.
It'll do.
It's not your real name, so.
Balaclava comes down, bottle of Jameson's with a like M1 pineapple tied to it. It's just
And yeet.
So, the docks are quiet. Again, they never truly go to bed. There's always somebody kind of working, but the volume kind of goes a little bit lower at night. And Wednesdays are kind of the quietest night. The weekends are actually a pretty heavy point for fishing because they will go out at the end of the week. They'll go out at the start of a new week, come in kind of at the end of the week, kind of ebb and flow. So you don't see a lot of people working around. The general dock workers are back at home. There's a couple of guards here and there. The lights are on, but they don't illuminate everything. So plenty of shadowy corners to stick to. What would you like to do?
Sort out the plan first. What everyone's doing.
I'm listening, boss.
Okay, Fox.
Governor?
2 things you need to get hold of. The register book from the receptionist's desk. And the report.
On it.
Irish, you and me need to make sure that this dock master doesn't get any bright ideas about rewriting that.
How do you want to handle this?
Boss don't want him dead. Don't want him roughed up too bad, but threatening of violence can be more effective than actual violence, I find. Especially if the threat of violence is against a loved one.
Get any names?
Yeah, I did ask that. You never gave me anything, Roach.
Oh, name for the dockmaster?
Name, his name for his any wife or kids or anything.
Oh, and also Stephen Ponder is the port authority head. I'll give you this information, and then I gotta go stir some food.
Okay. Red Moogle's gonna write it down.
Yeah. You never got any name for like stuff like family when you were like asking around, but you did get the name of the dockmaster who is on, and that is Vern Gates. So
Have to make it work.
is VERN. Gates is in Gates. 1 second, I'm gonna go do a figure.
Okay.
So you want Mr. Gates here scared out of his shit, scared out of his mind, right?
Near enough.
I think we can manage that.
While we're doing that, Foxy gets the report, the signing in book, and then we leave. You go back to your home. Come and see me tomorrow. We'll get you paid.
Slight hiccup here.
What's that?
Well, if I'm in a studio, I need to be in the office, right?
We'll all be in the office.
Yeah, but he'll be watching, so I wouldn't really be stealing so much as burglaring, right?
That's what the
Jim-
mask's for.
Well, my specialty ain't exactly burglaring. It's half-inching without being seen.
So you don't want the job?
No. I'm not saying I don't want the job. I'm just saying that, I'm not really skilled at going in and smashing up the place and having a bit of a Barney.
You don't need to smash up the place.
I'm more specialised in taking it when they can't see, sort of thing.
He won't be paying attention to you.
You'll have me. You'll have me. And
All
Boss
right. Well,
to deal with.
if you'll be distraction, I'll do the best that I can.
He'll be paying attention to us. Mainly
So-
because he'll have hands on desks being threatened to be broken, probably. Haven't decided yet.
So,
Because use the drill.
have you
Messy.
worked out your plan?
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of.
We'll eyeball it as we usually do.
Do not stop me on the Mass Effect 2 drill sergeant, okay?
Yeah.
Serviceman
This is a weapon of mass destruction. You are not a cowboy shooting from the hip.
All right. So, right. So I'm going to have you as a group. So somebody's going to take the lead of this check. This is going to be I'm going to say speed evasion check. Whoever has the highest of that can take the lead, and then the other two can see if they can aid. No, I meant highest as in whoever takes the lead.
Yeah, whoa, yeah.
Yeah,
So-
before you roll.
Yeah, my speed is a D8, and what did you say? Speed and
Evasion.
evasion. My evasion's a D8 as well. Surely I
Wow.
should take the lead here.
Yeah, you're taking the lead. I have a D4 in speed, and that's it.
Yeah. I'll be
Push
point
start,
man.
Hi. I have a D4 in speed, but I have 2 D6s and a D8 in evasion.
So I'm definitely going last here. Yeah, I'm definitely going last here is what we get from this.
Well, no, it's the question is whoever takes the lead on this will be the one that makes the main roll. The other two will roll the same, and if they get a success, the lead person get another D8 on their check.
Can I leverage my team player gift, which instead of giving a D8 gives a D12?
You can, yeah.
Oh hell yeah!
So you're definitely aiding, but the question is who wants to take the lead because they're the ones that'll do the actual rolls on this.
I'm not sure, to be honest with you. I mean, I got
That
4
would
dice,
be-
but you've got 2 D8s, and we just have to get above a 3, don't we?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've only got
four-
1 dice, so
four.
could I leverage
think a-
tactics?
Statistically, 4 dice would have more chances, but the 2 D8s is higher security of those 2 chances.
Yeah.
And he might get 2 other D8s on top of that because he'll get 2 aids if you both succeed your checks.
You get a D8 and a D12 if I
Or
succeed.
D8, D12. So you might
Yeah.
get 3 D8s and a D12 for success. I would say Utari,
Yeah, I'd say Utari, yeah.
Harry gets the lead on this. So before you do that, I'm going to need Roman roll your speed and evasion dice. Try and get a success because then you'll provide your aid. That's at least 1. So we'll just see. Okay, so 2 successes, which means you do provide a D8 to Utari's roll, and then Larence roll your speed and evasion.
Could I leverage athletics as a last question?
You're already leveraging a gift on that.
No,
Could
the
you
gift is just
leverage your
something
soul?
it happens when I assist anything, so it doesn't matter what I do. If I'm
Oh,
assisting
athletics?
something.
No, this is definitely a speed and evasions.
Okay, so I'm giving
Roll
you a
your-
D4 and that's it.
Well, no, you're rolling a d4 trying to succeed, and if you do,
Yeah,
then you give
I
them
don't
a
have an
d20.
evasion. I don't have an evasion roll, so I
Yeah,
have
yeah.
to give you just a d4.
You might get it.
Nope.
Or not.
1.
So you get an extra d8 on top of your speed and evasion that you already have.
So 3d8s.
3d8 is what you're rolling. Trying to get.
Oh.
Well, we'll see.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
And one more. Don't roll
am I
another
picking
one
up
because
the
that's a
right
botch.
one? Hold on.
If you roll ones on all your dice, that's a botch. Oh shit, that was a botch. Before. Well, no, that was an aid. So that
That was my Lawrence was
That
was
was
just
an aid.
one. So,
Aid.
that-
Okay,
and
so
I'm a team player. I
one
can't
success.
botch because that's how
you-
team player works.
That's
So-
right. That's right. Hey, we're learning. This is how the game works, guys. It's a simple system, but you just we gotta get used to the process. So, all right. It's not the quietest it could be. You're going between shadow and shadow. It's not enough to really like, you got a success, so it's not enough to like rouse anybody who isn't like super paying attention. So the guards who are like at the guard shack, and you can see there's like 3 there. There's like 2 horses and a just this small rat in uniform. They're kind of like mingling around inside the shack, and they look like they're playing like cards. And every so often, like one of them will like kind of like lean back in their chair and look out, and then go back. So they're not getting tipped off, but you're not really going towards them anyways. So that's good. You creep closer and closer, and you're just like on the opposite side of the street, or like the way from the dockmaster office. And what you can see is that the lower floor is dark, but the upper floor is lit, and you can see shadows going across the window.
All right, when we get up there, kill the lights
Got it.
Sure thing.
and try to keep it quiet.
No promises. I'm not good at that. I won't lie to you.
So it didn't work. So
Do the best you can. All right, let's go.
all right, so you go up to the lower floor, and you can see there's the way you were normally getting in last time, which was you go through the main office and there was a staircase behind the receptionist desk. But you also see there's a fire escape that's blocked off with a small metal gate that leads directly to the second floor. So it's like a little mini fire escape. So which one are you wanting to take? Because you have to go through the metal gate, which may be locked. You haven't checked it yet. So that's the 2 entrances you can see.
We'll check the gate.
Check the gate. Okay. You check it. It looks like there was a lock on here, but the chain that was kind of like keeping it closed, it's loose right now.
So we can remove the chain.
Yeah, you can just like slip the chain out and open the metal gate.
This gate is going to be it's going to be squeaky as hell, because that's what happens whenever Roach gives me a metal gate. Okay, remove the chain and slowly open the gate.
Okay. So.
That was very
Oh.
cool. That was very cool.
I like this thing, even though it's really annoying to get scenes like together on this. So.
You were just praying I used that gate, weren't you?
I had other things. I had other things. So you open the gate and you start heading up. It's just a little like single flight of stairs, like a little switchback up there, and you can hear like movement on the second floor, like rustling, and some like kind of heavy footsteps, like every so often. Give me a mind and observation check. If you guys want to do it separately, you can.
investigation, was it?
No, my observation.
Mind observation.
Yes.
All right.
Wow. That roll
Oh, wow.
from Roman.
3 successes.
6
Yes,
to 8
three.
on a
Count.
2d6 and a
Three.
d8.
2, 3.
He actually got max.
Yeah,
I
max
got
roll.
max.
You got the max.
Max. So that's so Larence, you did not botch, which is good.
Nope. Yep.
You didn't botch. So
Barely.
Harry, you got 1. It looks like. No, you got 2.
2.
2, and then 3 for our friend Roman. So you both actually get a bit of this, and you hear voices talking inside of the room. Like there's other people. Like there is a multitude of voices. It's not just a single one, and they sound agitated. But the intervening like brickwork is making it difficult for the sound to travel. But that's what you can get from your pretty good successes. It's what do you want to do?
All right, looks like we got more than one person in there, and they don't sound happy.
Oh boy. And
You got-
taps.
You got your piece, good. Get it out.
Pulls out his service pistol, slides the slide.
Don't fire unless I tell you to.
I'm going to do a Mr. Bean.
No, I got a silencer. We go in, rush him, get him on the ground. Fox, you still got your job to do. Just get to it.
Sure finger.
And do me a favor. Try not to speak in there, you're too distinctive.
Mum's the word.
Exactly. All right. Let's get to the door. Get ready.
All right, so for this final, this is going to be an opposed check.
I'm stacked
Against-
up behind Roman, hand on the shoulder.
Yes, it'll be against the Roman specifically because he's the lead. Here, Roman, I need you to make a speed evasion or speed evasion check. This is going to be opposed by an individual on the other side. So
8 is the highest number.
So 8's the highest. They don't succeed. So that's 1 success. Upset. So you get to the somebody's getting a vest.
Utari's getting a vest.
Somebody's just been handed a vest. You get to the door and you kind of jiggle the lock. And the odd thing is that this lock
hat.
is. Yeah.
Hey!
Hey!
Harry
He
looks prim and proper, me old mucker.
Yeah.
Oh, he hasn't got headphones on, so he didn't hear me do my cockney.
Looks great. Actually,
does.
that's perfect. Yeah.
He looks very Peaky Blinders, and that's really scary.
Yeah.
He does, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks proper peaky, mate.
Yeah. You get to the door and you check you do the thing where you check the knob, like checking to see if it's locked. And the thing is, this door has a lock, but it's like you're twisting just broken metal on the inside of this knob. Like this has been like busted and then closed again.
Oh.
So you have an open entryway.
One,
I want to wait for Sorry to get back.
still 2. 2.5. 2 3/4. 2 4/5. 2 8/9. Put your fucking headset back on, you bastard.
Pantomime the headset. There we go.
Hey,
Hey. You look great, Utari.
proper
You look
working class.
You look
Yeah.
proper Peaky Blinders as well.
What?
How's your brummy?
Oh, I don't know about that.
No, it does sound more deep.
Vile, you of the Peaky Blinders.
I have the problem that my brummy just goes stronghold militiaman, was by order of the Peaky Blinders.
So You gotta push to talk.
I don't mean to sound depressed, but I'm really depressed.
So
And
count it
everything.
off. So you count off the quietly, and you just like throw the door open, like guns out, going in.
That's it.
Okay. So what you enter into as a scene is you see a collection of 4 individuals. One is kind of one is a mouse. It's got like small glasses on. Definitely looks like a busybody. Kind of, it's got just like their work shirt with their suspenders, and they've kind of like they've taken off everything else to work in an office. Everyone else in here, though, you can see they're wearing like earth tone colors, lower class cuts of like suits, flat caps and everything, and they're all brandishing weapons. One of them is holding the mouse by like their collar, and when you enter, it looks like they heard you probably like some point in time before, and they've got the gun to the mouse, and they say out loud, they say out loud, "Put your guns down, fence, or the mouse gets it." And it's just like
Push the dog.
push the dog.
I'm going to just stand there with my silenced pistol and go, yes, because feds wear masks. Give me the mouse, or you don't leave.
And one of the others has got a like a pump action shotgun, and he's just like off to the side.
I had the pistol trained on him. Like I snapped him straight away.
Who the fuck are you? And it's all of these, by the way, they all, at least one of items of clothing on them all have a like kind of a bright blue item like of clothing on them. And you know these individuals because you've worked in the city before, Roman. These are individuals that are most likely a part of the Blue Boys gang, which operates on the South Bend of the South Bend district in town.
What I'm more interested in knowing is what the Blue Boys gang's doing in the docks. This ain't the South Bend.
This is the South Bend, isn't it?
No, this is Holly Wharf down in the Low Harbor district.
Oh.
So they're kind of... Because this fucking busybody's been messing with our turf.
Give me that busybody and you won't have to deal with anything again.
What do you want with him?
You don't want the answer to that question.
We're gonna kill him anyway, so what do you care?
You kill him, they replace him with someone who's even more stringent on the docks. Someone who's going to play into your game even more. You leave him with me, you never have to deal with him again.
The guy with the shotgun is who you with? And just like they're trying.
I'm right behind. I'm like beside Roman with my pistol trained on the dude with the shotgun because I've seen what those things do.
If you're not high, go on.
I would like to make out, whilst everyone's distracted with guns pointing everywhere, I'm going to attempt to stealthily move around the room, getting the guest book at the very least, until I can figure out where the reports are at least. I'm going to get to the guest book and try and rip out that page whilst everyone's a bit distracted by all the shooters.
Oh, well, you can't get inside the room, but you do know that the guest book stuff is in the bottom floor, which you're on the second floor right now. You went up a fire escape to get to the second floor. But that is totally doable. Because you can just go back down the stairs.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
He's sticking to the plan. The plan was that he went and while everyone was distracted.
He did the sneaky stuff while we did the busybody stuff.
So go ahead and give me a. I guess give me. It would be the same. It would be a speed evasion check because you're trying to be quiet about this without tipping anybody off. You're trying to sneak.
Oh, nice. Nice.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. Two successes. So you just like everybody's just like guns out on there, and then you just step backwards down the stairwell.
Just slowly backing out of the room like nobody saw me.
Yeah. And actually, the thing is that the front door is open. So you
Nice. Convenient.
open that, and you can see the guest book is downstairs, just kind of sitting on the desk of the secretary. While that's happening, just like, yeah, guns are pointing back and forth. They outnumber you 2-1 right now, by the way, because there's 4 of them, 2 of you. All of them are armed, though only 2 of them with a gun. The other 2 have like bludgeons out. Well, one of them has a bludgeon, the other one has like a switchblade that's out, and they're kind of just like, nobody knows really what to do because this wasn't planned for.
They asked the question. I was going to answer it.
Yeah, okay.
So their question was,
Who you with?
yeah, if you're not far enough up the feeding train to know that, I ain't gonna tell you.
Okay, I'm not sure what to do right now. I thought you were the.
I'm giving you a way out. Just walk away. Anything he's doing to you, we'll take care of. We want the blue boys exactly where they are.
Okay. All right. Give me a. I'm gonna say. Give me a will and presence check. Versus
assist?
this. If you would like to, yes.
Right. Body, will, presence, wasn't it?
Yes.
That's a success, so you're getting a D12 on this. Yeah, you're definitely getting an extra D12 on this for my team player trait.
That's already 2 successes.
Okay. 1 second, because you actually get a negative. You get a negative die because they have a negative.
Because
opinion.
we have negative opinion and they're also outnumbering us, so there is that.
Okay. They start like kind of gives a message, and like the 2 that are nearby him that have no guns like slowly back away, and he's like moving away from you. The gun is still trained on the mouse, and the mouse is like, he doesn't know what's going on. Like he's just like he's got like he's been hit and like hurt. Like definitely somebody pistol whipped him at some point. And so he's just like, he's kind of like out of it, and now there's like another group that want to shake him down like here, so he doesn't know what's going on.
Real baddie.
It's like that scene in Airplane with the screaming lady, and everyone's just queuing up to knock her out.
Yeah. In fact, it's kind of sad because like for the split second when you busted down the door, they said put your guns down, feds. He thought he was okay, and then it resolved like, no, we're not the feds. What do you
mean we're the feds?
Yeah, we want them. So they're kind of like backing away, and the guy with the shotgun is like, he's the closest to, and he's slow, like they're taking steps back. Like they don't trust you, but it seems they're thinking the discretion is the better part of valor at this point. And they're kind of getting the sense that you're not somebody they want to fuck with, and they.
I have 1,000% got my pistol trained on that dude with the shotgun's head this entire time. I have not. He has not left my eyesight.
Take the shotgun from
Take the shotgun from he's like 6 feet away. And it's just yeah. But they're slowly like backing away. The mouse is tied, like he's got his hands and kind of feet bound, and like he lets go of the collar, but the gun's still trained. They're like slowly extending. He's trying to maintain distance long enough for his boys to kind of get out. Harry, you hear movement upstairs and people starting to come down the stairs to the room you are in. on the first floor.
Nab the guest book page that I needed and hide somewhere. Where's good? Where's good? Where's good? Desk? Cupboard? Where's good?
There's a couple of different spaces. Why don't you go ahead and give me a... Since you're trying to find a good spot, give me a mind evasion check.
Oof.
Okay. All right.
Oof.
You could leverage something here, maybe personality. I don't know.
Hold on.
Nah.
Okay. So going down this, so you essentially like you do the thing where you grab the guest book, you look around for a second, and it's almost comedic in a sense. You just kind of drop down behind the secretary desk, like you're just you're just in the shadows. You're just in the shadows. So yeah, and I don't think you could have leveraged anything with your personality because I'm not sure that would have. Yeah, greedy wouldn't have helped that much.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that wouldn't have helped. Yeah, and you couldn't do coward or any of the other ones. Those won't really work too well. So yeah, you drop down, and these two individuals come down, and they can tell something's up because the guest book's gone. The front door is wide open. That wasn't before. But because you came in through the front door. And but you get the sense that they want to get out of here because they were just confronted with two individuals with guns. And one of them was pretty freaky. And they didn't know who he's with. They don't know who any of these you guys are with. So it's just this big thing. But they're on guard.
Both me and Roman are equally as freaky.
That's true.
That, yeah.
Yeah. But they're seeing more Roman. He just comes in with a silenced pistol. He's just like straight up at this guy. But you can get the sense they don't want to stick around. So while they know something's up, they are just moving. They're moving kind of quickly out of the building. They're followed very quickly by another individual. And the last person to leave the upper floor, who's still got the gun trained at the mouse, and just like, he does that thing where like the last thing in the room is the gun hand, and then he just like goes straight out just so he's not exposing himself without having the leverage of the mouse kind of there. Just bows right out, and just you just hear steps down the stairs, and they just kind of go.
I check the stairwell, make sure they're not sitting at the bottom of it, just in case one of them is sitting there.
No, what you see is you like lean back out and check down the stairwell.
Yeah.
You can hear the shoes on the pavement kind of going the opposite direction of that stairwell on the side of the building. They're going the opposite way.
I wait for a few seconds. We're clear, boss.
Go find the fox.
Got it. And I go downstairs.
I get the sense Harry's just got like a bear hug on this thing. He's just behind a desk.
I check downstairs.
I'm gonna say you immediately see him. I
just point at him with the hand that doesn't have the gun in it as I'm putting the gun away.
His hat's
He's
poking
canonically ginger. He's going to stand out a bit.
Yeah.
True. The ears, the pointy ears.
Yeah, the ears are poking above the tabletop. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Fox, you get the book?
Is the poker Catholic?
No. Anyway.
Start waving it in the air.
Nice job. We're upstairs. Come on.
Hey.
Oh, close that door before you come up. Lock it if you can.
You do. It's not that. Yeah.
Close. Turn sign from open to closed sort of thing.
Yeah. And head upstairs. 1 second. I need to go stir food.
While he goes stirs food, do you know what I just found out? I had no idea. I was doing some research into, guns of the period and stuff just to do the thing, and I got onto Browning, and I was looking up the BAR, and then I found out that Browning, who designed it, the son of Browning who designed it, fought in the First World War with it. He got the first one.
Yeah,
they
that was pretty
just
cool,
gave
wasn't
it to him, and he was a first lieutenant. The guy lived to 94 as well.
Yeah, he did.
And
Crazy
then
dude.
the craziest thing that I don't know why just screams bizarre at me is that all of the Brownings are Mormons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't sure that Mormons could design.
So the
guns
Mormons
in
invented
terms of their
a gun that's like one of the most like iconic pistols in the world.
I mean,
basically.
I guess it's America's part. Guns in America, and Mormonism is like America's religion, like as in it's an all-American religion. Yeah, okay, it makes sense in my head now. But I found that really cool. There's a really cool
really interesting story there around Browning and his son getting his first ever BAR. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I know. I was just looking at this because I realized technically we could have BARs as well in this.
Oh yeah, we could.
In this period. And the Browning
just 30
also
6 from a 20 box magazine. Just no.
Out the side of the car.
Idea.
Yeah, let's do that. A Browning Auto 5 as well.
Oh yeah, we could
the Crown and King.
The Crown and King, yeah.
Yeah.
The Clown and Keck.
But anyway.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back. How was the
Sorry, I
stirring?
missed. What? Fine.
Good.
Yeah. A little figure 8 pattern. A couple of times.
Good stuff.
So, you're now in a room with a dazed mouse and it looks a little disheveled. The room itself looks like it's been kind of getting the run through. People have kind of, shook it down a bit. And he looks a little worse for wear as well. What would you like to do?
Well, Vern, you've had a bit of a night, haven't you?
What is going on?
Hey, right here. Do you know what just happened, Vern?
No.
They were gonna kill you, Vern.
Why?
Well, you see, that's the problem. You keep on doing things that, well, piss people off.
I do my job.
No, Vern. You do what you think is your job. What your job is to keep things running smoothly. But you keep sticking that nose of yours in business that don't belong in. For example, you've been writing a report. Yeah, I know. I know you've been writing a report. Now, you see, thing is, we knew about the Blue Boys coming to see you tonight. And if you didn't give them that report, they were gonna kill you. And then burn this whole building down to make sure that report was gone. We were sent to save your life.
Why who?
Vern, if you don't know, you're not supposed to know. No, you don't have to say anything. And I understand you're very appreciative of our services to come and save your life.
Yeah.
Do you know
I
what?
offer him a hip flask.
You see his bound.
Now, you want to say thank you for that, don't you, Vern?
Yeah, yes. Thank you for saving me. I've been hit in the head pretty hard.
I know, and this is going to be all over in a minute. What I need you to do, Vern, is tell me where that report is.
Wait, that's official. That's official city.
Vern,
business.
I just saved your life.
Yes, you did.
And I would think, as a proud American, you would want to show your thanks. Not just say your thanks, but show just how appreciative you are of me saving your life.
Pull
I
a
am
cigarette and
a
I'll light it.
patriot.
Offer one to my boss.
Appreciate it, Irish.
Light it for him.
okay.
Light my own. Listen,
Why don't
little man. Let me tell you something. We were told to save your life once. Not any more than that. You publish that report, the entire city is going to be after your skinny little ass, and we won't be saving it this time. Got one
Easy
shot
there.
here.
Easy there, Irish. We don't want to scare the poor man,
I did
even with the truth.
a job? So I'm gonna make you roll something.
Not entirely sure what.
I'm gonna make you roll
We haven't quite
something.
figured it out yet, but let me get there.
So you're trying to essentially, the end goal here is you're trying to get him to tell you where the report is. Right? That's the gist of what you want. Okay. So I will have you. So I'll say since you're not, I'll let you do a. See, it's up in the air because it could be body. Because you're kind of just like imposing upon him, but I wouldn't.
I'm
say
definitely
mind.
imposing upon him.
Mind works very well as well because you're kind of talking around him a bit and getting in there. So I'll say mind presence because that's what you're really using to kind of force this out of him, and you get and you're going to get a D8 positive die, just a flat from also.
Okay,
on top of this.
rival. What is your mind presence die? Push dot.
8 and 6.
I have a 6 and an 8, but I can assist you to give you a D12.
Go for it.
So you roll the same. I'll say because you're not necessarily doing mine. I'll say it's a body presence is what you're using to.
For me?
Yeah, I'll say that. Yeah.
That's a D8, D6, so it's the same roll basically at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're just roll that. You succeed. You give him a D12, and then so you'll get whatever
Okay, so
you.
it's one success. Presence, wasn't it?
Yes.
All right, 2 successes, but that doesn't
Okay.
matter. So you have an extra D12 rival on top of the added
So
D8.
what you'll have is your mind presence plus a D8 plus a D12 on top of that.
Plus D8.
Oh, and a D12.
Ugh.
How many times can you use that, by the way?
As many
Is it in
times as I'm assisting.
Oh, okay.
It's just an
So-
assisting thing.
That's 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah, so it's you work well with others. When you successfully assist someone else, the bonus you provide is a D12. So instead of giving people D8s, I give D12s, and I keep my mistakes to myself. You botch an assist attempt, something bad happens to you, but the taskmaster doesn't automatically fail
2.
too.
It's 2. You got an 8 and a 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 2.
2.
It's 2. I will say that is successful. Though you immediately lose that positive die because you're using kind of these methods to get it. So he's got a kind of a neutral opinion again. But he kind of like he used it like a mull over internally for a minute, and then he goes, "It's just there's a fire safe in the bottom shelf of the bottom cupboard of the desk. It doesn't have a key. It's there. It's there."
Fox.
On it, Gov.
Okay. Thank you, Vern. Really do
By the way,
appreciate it.
this guest book that you're carrying is not a small guest book. This is like a doc guest book. So this thing is huge. It's a big book. Not only in weight but dimensionally as well. It's big.
Boss, should you go downstairs and make sure we're getting the right file? Maybe make sure we're, getting what we need to get out of here. And I nod my head towards the doc book.
Yeah, good idea.
I'll stay here with Vern.
Oh, no. I've not finished with Vern.
Yeah, you look in. But yeah, Harry, you check the safe, or the little fire safe. It's just like a little metal box, just there to kind of, quickly store something. It's a probably about a 5-page report, and it's entitled "Observations of of Potential Criminal Activity Within Tricogha Dock Network," and looks finished. So you've got that. Roll that up, put that away. So yeah.
Okay,
I offered
Vern.
Vern a smoke.
Yeah, another one.
I offered him a hip flask first, and he was like,
I can't use my hands. Sorry.
"Do you want to smoke or not?"
No, I don't smoke.
Crazy bastard.
Okay, Vern. I appreciate you saying thank you like that. Now, going forward, here's how it's going to work. You're going to do your job. You're going to keep things running smoothly. Yeah? And you're not going to write any more reports. Because if you write another one, then let's face it, the more criminal elements of the city are not going to like it, and we are not going to save you again.
No, I understand.
All right, so tell you what, get like a paper knife, whatever, just
There's a letter opener like on the floor.
just kind of saw through the bonds. So tell you what, why don't you take the rest of the night off, go home, rest up, and come back to work bright and early tomorrow.
Yes, I will do that. I will do that.
Just one thing, you're gonna need a new register book. Something happens, they all want. I don't know what happened. It wasn't downstairs.
What? Never. Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Now, remember what I said. No more reports.
No more reports. All
right. You're a good man, Vern. I like you. Don't make me hate you. All right, boys. We're done. Let's roll.
Have a good night, Mr. Gates.
Just like sitting in a chair and like
Just like crying, just
like in shock.
I almost died. I was saved. I almost died again.
This big Irish dude threatened me.
This big panther dude kind of just looked at me and I was like, I'm going to be eaten in a second. And then was nice. This is not how life works.
What the hell happened, man?
And then there was the fox. And I don't even know what he was there for. But he just picked up stuff. And was silent. Why was he silent?
Like that, it's like that joke from Rick and Morty, the Meeseeks one where the lady just gets caught up and held hostage by Meeseeks. She's just like, what the fuck is going on? Just like...
Once we get outside and like down the stairs, I offer Roman a handshake.
Thanks. What's that for?
Well,
it could have gone sideways. You both did good. I'll make sure the boss knows it.
I tip my hat. Do you want this mask back?
Hey, you might need it again in the future.
Oh god, what kind of mask? I just realized what that would, because it can't just be like a flesh
Human.
It's like it's like one of those, you know, the Chinese.
It's got to be just like a cloth
shape.
that has holes or something. It can't be like.
It could be like one of those
plastic
traditional, like you know, the Japanese fox-shaped masks. Could be like those.
Yeah, maybe. Well, I just realized because masks would be a lot harder because there's because there's a various
like
distance.
Halloween faces. It's just actual human faces, and they're like, oh my god,
Yeah.
what is that?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
you know that. You know,
I
it's
was
becoming
thinking more Mission Impossible 2 with the things that they could just kind of tear off.
Well, it's it's become part of the kind of lexicon because there was that silent movie that came out recently that was the King Kong thing, and there was just this hairless ape that was ravaging through New York City, and it's
Yeah,
a big,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
He had a really weird, tense relationship with like a
Yeah.
white fox or something. It was really weird.
Yeah.
It wasn't man that killed Beauty. No,
It
It wasn't
wasn't
the beast that
Beau-
killed man.
No, it's the other way around. It wasn't Beauty that killed the beast. It wasn't man that killed the Beauty. It was Beast. What would the flip of that be?
Listen, I'm not. Listen, this is my brain just all over the place. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Okay, so what we're
Not
basically
House
saying is
Midge.
Disney in this universe, it's Beauty and the Man.
Yeah, Beauty and the Man. Yeah.
No, it's just Beauty and a really ugly beast. Because there's still mythological beasts. So it's just like this satyr-looking like beast that's like there.
It's not Mickey Mouse, it's Mickey
Was
Mouse.
Walt Disney a mouse? Was Walt Disney a mouse? Was Walt Disney a mouse?
Walt
Probably.
Disney doesn't exist yet.
That's
Will he
true,
be a
actually.
mouse? Will he be a mouse? Will he be a mouse?
Maybe.
Possibly.
I don't know.
Make him a bunny.
No, you should make him. You should make him. A,
10
No,
years ahead.
Walt
of
Disney
time.
does exist. You're Steamboat
Well, no, he's
Willie was
alive.
1928.
Yeah, so but he doesn't. He's not a thing yet. Like it's not a. He hasn't made like a thing. 1927
was-
is the.
Oh shit, we're in 27. I thought we were 28. Damn.
Yeah,
My bad.
no, it hasn't happened yet. I think the only thing that happened is that cat one. There's like the cat animation that was a thing beforehand that was like really horny for some reason. Like that.
Walt Disney invented furries. What can I say?
Yeah, no, it's a lot of innuendo jokes there. So yeah,
Too many jokes.
too many
Oh
jokes.
no. Disney Brothers Cartoon Studios 1923. So Disney does exist.
Yeah, but I don't think they put anything major out until Steamboat Willie. That's when they got known. Like it was like pretty minor things. I think it was Sam the Cat or something like that.
They did
Something
the
like
Alice comedies, which are Alice in Wonderland stuff. Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. They were Oswald the Lucky
yeah.
Rabbit beforehand. Yeah.
that. So imagine if that was the thing that took off. So it's not Mickey Mouse. It's Oswald the
Oswald
Rabbit. Oswald the Rabbit is at Disneyland. He's the thing. That would be
I mean,
amazing.
that's an interesting alternate universe.
Yeah, it is. What? The only thing that's changed is that Oswald the Rabbit is the thing. So instead of the Mickey Mouse like ears, it's just rabbit ears.
Yep.
Rabbit
Yep.
ears.
Yeah.
That means
So-
something entirely different in this world.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So.
So now Mickey
yeah.
Man.
No, it's just Mickey Mouse. Yeah, no, it's just no, it'll. Shut up.
Okay.
We're moving on.
I'll keep
Moving
the
on.
mask. I'll keep the mask, and we get gone. So we've done the job.
I send, I take Harry back to the boss's house. Tell him to keep.
What are you doing with the guest book? By the way?
That's what I'm saying. We're taking him back, and I'm telling him to keep hold of the guest book and the report, and stay in his room until I come back. I'm
Well-
trusting him with looking after them.
Well, I ain't being funny, but we don't actually need the guest book, do we? We're just trying to cover up your Pete Tong.
Pete Tong does not exist.
I was about to say.
Oh yeah, it doesn't exist yet. Doesn't exist yet. We're just trying to get you out of a Barney, aren't we? Because you mean
Barney doesn't exist either.
he doesn't exist either.
Dang it!
Damn it!
I know where
19.
that's from. I know that one.
I got that reference.
Yeah.
We're all
I
in
got
Barney, ain't we?
Funnily
Barney
enough, Steve
Rabo,
Rogers.
Jabbo.
Funnily
Yeah.
enough, both Steve Rogers and Bucky Barnes are born now, so they exist right now
Yeah.
as like teenagers.
All these cockneys that I can't rhyming slangs that I can't use yet.
Yeah, you got to research 1920s rhyming slang. It's gonna be worse.
It's going to be so bad and like so
Yeah.
racist, but you know,
So I can't use it.
Yeah, I can't use it.
We'll go with what you've got. We'll go with what you've
Go with
got.
us.
Yeah, that's a lot less racist. We'll go with that.
Well, I ain't being funny, right? But the only reason why we got this thing is to make sure your name don't come up. So how about I just give it the old 5-finger discount, rip out the page, and throw that away, and then, well, the whole book can go then, can't it?
yeah, fine. Get rid of the book.
Well, you're after is for this little thing. Now, I have got to ask.
Yeah.
It looks like it might be worth quite a pretty shilling, and I ain't been offered any remuneration for my services.
destroy the book, hold on to the report. I'll talk to the boss about getting you something financial.
Now that's music to my ears.
All right, just make sure they stay safe, all right?
Oh,
So,
on me honor.
so
Go clean myself up because I'm going to the boss.
right, change out of everything. Harry, do you check the book?
Yeah, why not? It's mine now.
Okay. Right. So you're like alone. You just check the last entry on the book. What you see is around the same time that Roman went in to schedule an appointment. There's just a like chicken scratch scrawling there, definitely by the secretary, and it just says "rubbernecking black cat avoid." There's no the name's not there. She didn't write down the number. It's just she just kind of blew him off. But you've got the guest book now for the entire dock, like for Holly Wharf in the dockmaster's office. So that's a thing. And we cut to probably like an hour or two earlier. Yeah, let me just check and see if I have a part soundscape. I don't know if I did. Closest thing I got maybe is Grand Hotel. So, let's just put the music on for right now. So you arrive at the mayor's house in town, one of his few houses. The mayor's house is a large building located in Orchard Point, which is in the North Point district. So it's kind of really high up there. It's actually very close to like there's this little almost bay-like inlet in that district that usually hosts a lot of kind of recreational sailing and the like for the richer folk. His house is right on like the beach. It's a very big estate, and you kind of arrive in your vehicle. You're kind of let in. There's a gate that you go through, but it's not being kind of guarded or anything. It's open. And on the inside, you can see there's a number of people. Like, you're not super early, but you're, kind of close to the beginning hours of the party, and there's already a lot of people here. The estate's large enough that there's actually parking, like, here, like, for your vehicle, like, on the grounds. So you park, you kind of leave your new bodyguard and your driver there, and they kind of, like normal, they kind of mingle with the rest of the help that are kind of just minding the vehicles in this area, because there's a number of them. But it's a large kind of white building, a lot of Roman columns, kind of aesthetic construction. It's trying to look older than it is in aesthetic. On the grounds, though, especially Lena, you can see, because you didn't get a chance to see last time, it was obscured. This has like a lot of small hedges guiding like small walking paths, and there's a lot of topiaries around. It's like very well kept. Like, this would like require an army of gardeners to keep this in order.
Any garden sculpture or anything like that?
It's a topiary. That's
just topiary.
Yeah. There's nothing like there's no sculpt like animals or anything. But and you can already hear, like, there's a live band somewhere in the back. But the front door is open. There goes up like a flight of steps, and it's kind of open. And you've been here before. Jack, this isn't like your first party at the mayor's place, and usually what happens is the rest of the building's kind of closed off, the other wings, but kind of leads you through the main building into the back, and the back's very nice. It kind of has a nice lakeside view to the beach. There is a pool as well on the property. It's got like a big dancing floor, very open air. And people are just kind of enjoying the atmosphere, what you can see. And everybody's dressed in their best. You're definitely not the best dressed. You're not the most, you're not trying to hide, but by comparison, you are kind of lower on the totem pole when it comes to the attention you're being given because of everybody else kind of being more extroverted in this sense, like everybody's like, you know, being very lavish. You don't see the mayor when you enter. You know, you give your coats to, if you have coats, or your umbrellas to the house staff, and you head back into the backyard or the back of the grounds, where there's no theme for this party. It's just kind of like a general party atmosphere. Think like Great Gatsby kind of thing, you know. It's very, you know, just kind of a big party. Though there is kind of off in the corner a kind of a tarp and everything. It looks like there's recommended that individuals donate to the Tricogha Orphan Fund. That's kind of, there's like this big like glass jar that, you know, money's being put into. It's kind of like this big fundraising event. Mayor does this every so often to kind of like give an event a reason to exist, but also he's trying to do something else. And with the time, maybe he's trying to prime people up for his re-election campaign. It's a possibility. But yeah, what would you all like to do? Oh, actually, 1 second. I have to go stir food. It's every 20 minutes.
What am I gonna do? Don't know if I should mingle for a bit or if I should try straight away to get the job done.
Well, you brought a woman with you, and in the 20s, leaving her alone straight away seems like a poor taste, I'd assume.
True. Possibly.
If you'd come here as what's the term? A stag? If you came stag, you came by yourself, then I don't think anyone would mind if you just went around and mingled. But it's a case of, okay,
stags.
Probably, yeah.
Came bachelor.
Came bachelor, yeah. If you came bachelor, I'd assume it would be totally okay for you to run around and do what you want.
Monsieur, dancing is usually a good way to see the room.
And I'm back.
We are going to. I'm gonna lead. After that suggestion, I'm gonna lead Miss La Pan to the dance floor.
Okay.
We're gonna canvass the room while we dance.
Okay. Hold on.
I'm looking for both the. I'm looking for Ponder, and I'm also looking just for other people I should definitely be earwigging. You know, political ambition and all that.
Right. Okay, so you start like doing, you know, a general, dance around, keeping an eye out. And what you see is, it doesn't take you long to find the mayor. He is a fairly large bull, who kind of dresses in like very bright suits. He's wants to be known. So not only is his sheer size kind of help with that, but also he makes himself very colorful. And he's like, it looks like he's going from group to group, like kind of like groups to group, and he's just like talking them up, and he's He's generally he is just a nice person to talk to. He's very, personable. He's very happy all the time. He's just trying to be, Mr. What's the? I forget the word.
Host.
Yeah, he's trying to. Well, I mean, he's obviously being a host, but he's just trying to be very personable. To everybody, he wants to leave a very good impression.
What political party is he?
Well, it's a northern state before the southern strategy, so he would be Republican.
Okay, so we're the same party. Okay.
Yeah, no, he would be. Yeah, he would be. Yeah. He's got a very good approval rating. The city's been kind of on the upturn. He's taken a hard stance against the mobs and gangs of the city, and he is staunchly pro-prohibition. So, it's kind of been the gist of his run so far. The party seems, you're getting the sense that the party is only secondarily about the orphan fund, even more so now seeing him, because you've seen him like this before in your years previously when he was first trying to run. This is him talking up potential, and also the people he's talking to specifically are big donors, owners of businesses, etc. A couple of union representatives that are here as well. But past that, you're looking around and you're trying to find the Port Authority head. And give me because he's not as outward, so give me a mind observation check.
Okay. I have a question. Is Calvin Coolidge still president?
Well, as like somebody who is a
he is a Republican as well.
As somebody who's very historically literate, I should know all the presidents and the years that they served, and that would be yes.
What
he is
what
still
animal
president.
is Calvin Coolidge, the silent president?
Oh Jesus! God,
An owl.
He just
Jesus.
he sucks all of the joy out of a room, is what I've heard. It was people described him.
Because
he was a black hole of personality.
Yeah, he rarely ever spoke. He was little government.
What are the droopy face dogs?
Also went through a horrible tragedy of losing kids.
No, that's true. Yeah, but wasn't he also famous for a reporter making a bet saying he
could make him say 3 words at a dinner party, and he said 2, you lose.
Yeah.
That's all he said at the entire dinner party.
Oh, Calvin Coolidge, Jesus. Probably I'm gonna say what's the most
donkey.
What's the quietest animal?
No, that's not
sloth.
quiet, is it?
A sloth,
No, there's
probably.
no sloth in the game, but I would say he's probably just this
An anteater.
He could be a mink or something like that, maybe.
I'm gonna get up a photo account. Oh no! Looking at Calvin Coolidge, he looks like some sort of he's got very bird-like features.
Yeah, probably some sort of owl. Just this wide-eyed kind of just owl person. It's just yeah.
The man looks like a Tolkien elf, but with slick back hair.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But yeah, go ahead and give me a mind observation check for trying to find the dock authority. The head of the dock authority.
Fuck that. Apparently. My ambition is getting in the way, and I'm too focused on seeing the mayor.
Do I see him looking?
Yeah, he's not being. Yeah, it's actually kind of distracting to the dancing is the fact that he keeps looking over his shoulder. He's looking at. He's not.
Who are you looking for, Alderman?
Well, I was Trying to spy the mayor for one thing, but also a certain head of the Port Authority. I have some business.
What
to
does he
attend
look like?
to. Cat. Gives
Like
the
you or like a cat?
standard variety cat. Nothing exotic. Kind of gives you that kind of school teacher vibe. Quite tall.
Yeah. Can I make a roll and see if I can see him?
Sure, you have a higher difficulty though, because yeah, you don't.
So mind observation.
Mind observation, yes.
Nice work pumping your own tires there, Midge, while also putting that in there. He's not an exotic cat.
Hey.
It does you look over your shoulder for a second and you immediately spot like a tall, lanky, like domestic short hair that's standing next to like the hors d'oeuvre table. And he's just got like a small plate of probably cucumber sandwiches. I don't know. I don't know. It was, let's be honest here, 1920s food was weird. Like finger food back then was weird, like for the United States. Like there was some really bad stuff. Like I'm gonna say cucumber sandwiches are the standard, like finger food, and he's just kind of like standing there, very nonplussed, just kind of.
Is he?
That would be my man. That would be my cat. Sorry.
That's the cat I'm looking for.
I hate this. I also love it though.
Now I'm gonna make a heads or tails roll now.
Sure.
Because I don't know if
You can
Alderman
roll that,
Andrews would go.
You can roll that D6 at the end there with the plus sign, because that is a plus or a minus on the sides. So it's literally
Okay.
a heads or tails.
Okay. Tails, I'm actually gonna do the task I was sent here to do first.
Okay.
So
So you immediately abandon dancing.
no. I'm gonna dance out this dance at the very least, and then say, can I get you something to drink? Something maybe from the buffet table?
No.
Okay.
Smooth, Mr. Alderman, smooth.
I'm gonna correct my suit and say, well, I'm gonna go get myself a drink, and I'm going to immediately then head to my knock.
And I'm going to disappear.
Okay. Well, first things first. No, apparently finger foods. Deviled eggs, shrimp cocktail, oyster Rockefeller.
That sounds okay, actually.
Yeah.
Shrimp cocktail.
Don't like shrimp cocktail.
Cheese platter.
Oh, shrimp
Bottom
cocktail's
roll.
amazing. Come on.
Yeah, I love a
I
shrimp.
Not
can't.
for me.
I
Not for
can't
me.
stand cold shrimp.
The texture of shrimp makes me want to vomit.
Yeah, I can only do it cooked. It's gotta be hot. Like I can't do it.
I can't
You
do shrimp
suck.
either way. It's just the texture of shrimp just makes me want to vomit. Can't do it.
I'm-
So.
Yeah.
So you're heading to the head of the Port Authority. So he's just dressed in like a blue pinstripe suit.
Mhm.
And he's just got a plate of food, like deviled eggs and mixed nuts.
I'm gonna pick up a shrimp cocktail.
Doesn't like really acknowledge. He's just kind of standing here. It's like he's supposed to be here. So he's just kind
I'm gonna pick it up, take one, and then double take. Before I eat it, put it back down. Stefan, you're in the Port Authority department, right?
you pick that up. You probably.
Oh no, I meant put it back in my glass. I didn't put
Oh,
it back
okay.
on the table.
I was gonna say, oh hey, it's like that. Was...
No. It was like a that.
Okay, yeah. Do I know you?
We haven't met, but I'm aware of your work. Alderman Jack Andrews. I'm the Alderman of Farside. Recently came into office.
Right.
I've been meaning to catch you. I've a few things from some concerned citizens that I need to breach with you. You mind if we go take a seat somewhere?
Sure. Yeah, that'd be fine.
Sorry, I have a problem with mixing my business with my pleasure.
And yeah, you can take them. There's like tables and chairs around for people that don't want to dance, etc. So yeah, you lead them over, sit down. What can I help you with, Alderman
Andrews.
Andrews?
And hey, if you're in a voting mood, maybe you want to back the Jack at the next election. But besides the point here, I have a. They're not in the manila envelope anymore. I have maneuvered them into a like binder, like a leather bound binder, not like a one of those like thin binders, like an official document. What I say.
Gone for something that looks business-like instead of, hey, this is criminal activity.
Exactly.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
The port is the lifeblood of the city, and well, a few of the citizens of my ward have begun to run into issues of late, and I was wondering if we could do a bit of a quid pro quo here.
Your ward doesn't have a major dock.
We do have business, and business is the lifeblood of this city, though.
Suppose, Mr. Alderman Andrews, what specifically are you asking for?
I need to make sure that these particular vessels are not slowed down by the minutiae of the current state of our import-export. Unclog the arteries a little bit.
Are you... what vessels in particular are you...
they're all stated in the document right there.
He goes ahead and he finally like takes the document and opens it, and probably spends definitely an uncomfortable amount of time just not acknowledging you read it.
I am going to be eating my prawn cocktail.
Just kind of goes page to page, checking documents, holding it up to kind of like the light a little bit. I see. Well, well, if this is correct, and as far as I can see, the Moore and Benedict shipping company seem to have been disproportionately targeted by my new man. I'm sorry for that. I'll have a talk. Go ahead and give me... he's kind of on the edge. The documents have given him a pause, and they look all correct. He rolled very poorly. But he's kind of on the edge here, so I will allow you to use your diplomacy.
Okay.
For this. As you
Just
spent
the
time...
diplomacy, or...
Well, no, you're going to go ahead and you're going to roll. Just let me double check. you're going to roll your. I'm going to say because you are lying here. You are fully lying. So
Please be
So I'm gonna
deceit. Please be deceit.
yeah, it's going to be your mind deceit, and you're going to get an extra D12 on top of that roll because of your
Okay.
diplomacy. Because
2d6,
you are
a
being
d8,
diplomatic.
and a d12.
Yes.
Okay. Don't fuck this up. Don't fuck this up.
2 successes.
Oh,
2 successes, but that's a high of a 6. So the thing is he gets 2d6 to roll counter to this. You have a neutral stance, so you don't get any bonuses or detriments here, in his opinion. So we're just gonna roll that. That's a 4 and a 1. So you beat his check. Kind of like gives it once over to you, looks at you, and you've got like this. You just got a face. You got a trustworthy face. You know, it's part of what's your allure as a candidate. He kind of gives us. I'll give my man a talking to, and we'll. I'll make sure that your constituents aren't unduly inconvenienced.
that's all I ask for. You're a good man, and keep up the good work. You've been, as I said, those docks, they're part of the lifeblood that keeps this city running, and you're the man behind that.
Right. Is there anything else, or
You just have a nice party.
thank you? Goes back to reading some of the documents that you've given him, and he seems to be just kind of like he has work in front of him. So now he is.
I've given
So
him
now
something
he is
to
that.
do.
So now he's doing that, and like every so often he's like taking a deviled egg off his plate and just kind of like just eating it as he's reading. So while that's going on, because that by the sheer virtue of the fact that you use diplomacy means you spent a half hour sitting at that table.
Yep.
Lena, what do you do?
Well, of course, I go and find the powder room and then go from there.
Okay.
Master thief at work, ladies and gentlemen.
So, yeah, you go ahead and you kind of step away from the party. It's not hard. People do it all the time. Go into like the ladies' room to get a powder, etc. So you can kind of like without even making a check, just like where is it, and then they'll point you to where you need to go, and then you can go off that way, and then at a certain point, kind of split off if you want to. So what specifically are you looking to do?
Well, the Alderman made her extremely nervous. She doesn't quite know what he knows. So she's going to see if she can find the mayor's office, see if she can find something in there that's going to be useful and that she can use to buy Andrews' silence. And then find something shiny.
Okay. Well, I can tell you. Well, actually, no. I need you to give me I'm going to say probably a speed evasion check, just for hiding and just kind of being quiet.
Okay. One success. 3 successes.
Okay.
Mm.
So you're able to avoid the odd party goer who's split off from the party for other reasons, and yeah, or couples for other reasons, and you kind of get into the bowels of the house, the estate. This is obviously not a primary residence. Because it's like that, like it's, if somebody came in here, they go like, oh, somebody lives here. But the closer you look at it, like every room, like the sheets are perfect. They haven't been slept in. The curtains are like just like they haven't been touched for ages. They've just kind of, they're in a aesthetically pleasing position and they've just been left there. So there's not a lot of like things that you would consider like personal wealth. Like somebody would like, they're not storing their like savings or like spending money or something here, or jewelry. But there are a lot of like small things, if you wanted to, you could lift from here that would probably be worth something. If you were gonna kind of go to a pawn shop or something to sell it off. Like there are like bits of silver here and there, the gold, like little bits of gold, like what would you call it? Like all of the curtains have like a little like fastener to keep them open, and they like all those fasteners have a little gold bit at the end of them to keep them latched, like a little gold brooch or something. I'm not sure the exact wording of it, but like it's expensive. Like this is a very rich person's home. So if you wanted to, you could get some money out of this, some monetary wealth out of this, but nothing like major. You definitely couldn't get a painting because none of the paintings are worth anything. These are all like,
yeah, I was gonna say, if that is, are they fakes? Are they reproductions? Because there's going to be art on the wall.
There's going to be art on the wall, but it's nothing like super expensive. Like again, this is like a side residence. They're not keeping like their best here. So there's a couple of like reproductions of like a Picasso, or reproductions of various other like still lifes. There's some like nice, maybe original like landscapes, but not anybody you know off the top of your head.
Yeah.
So nothing that really like perks your interest for like a big heist here.
Okay.
Just by sheer virtue of the fact of this residence's function. Being that, but it doesn't also take you long. Or what? Is there anything you wanted out of that specifically?
No, she's not really interested in it unless she sees some. Because she's only got her purse on her, so she doesn't want anything massive.
Right.
So, but getting all the sort of gold bits seems too fiddly. I mean, she'll go to the office. If she finds a nice pen or anything like that in the office, then she'll have that.
Speaking of the office, you head deeper into the house and you find at the end of one of the wings an office that has been not a lot of people work here, or like it doesn't look like it's commonly used, but it is used enough that there are things here. Like there's like the library's stocked with like law books, etc. There's like a little globe in the side that's like one of those what is it called? I don't know the word for it. All I know is there's a company that makes one of those like globes that are like big enough to be like almost a table size, but they're called the Churchill, and it's like just on the floor. And it's like they're big. He's got one of those in the side. There's like a little couch, overstuffed chairs, that kind of thing, a big desk. Actually, I would say you probably do find like 2 like fountain pens with silver like silver inlay, like really nice pens, like on the desk. And go ahead and give me a I'll say a mind. I'm gonna say a mind observation.
Okay. Two successes.
Okay. You can see that work has recently been done here. The pen wells are a little bit uneven, so somebody's taken from one of them. And there's some papers that are still on the desk. And what you can see is if you pursue this, because you are looking for something to kind of like help you out with the Alderman. This is like active business from the mayor. it's correspondence between him and another individual. And you can read English, right? Like you're not.
Of course.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
What you can tell is that this is this is not above board. This is talking about. It's using language that if it was only partial, like if you were only half paying attention to reading it, it wouldn't like set off any alarm bells. But as you read into it like very directly, this sets off an alarm. Like they're talking about something that's definitely not legal. It's the content of it is a meeting between the individual that this is being sent to and the mayor about a property that is in the downriver section of town and of South Bend. And the property has some merchandise that needs to be moved. We need to talk about proper going rate for it, things like that. Like it's a sales transaction. It's setting up a sales transaction going on, and the way the wording is going, like, is being used with your keen mind for the criminal. You can tell this is not above board. He's not talking about selling, fabric. They're talking about something that's probably illegal.
Okay, so what is the paper on? Is it on sort of a blotter or something like that?
It's like that kind of no, because it's a fountain pen. I wouldn't say so. It's not that official, so it's probably on a legal pad. Like it's a ream of paper.
Perfect. Is there a fireplace?
Not in this room, no. No.
Okay, is there any... Because I'm looking for something charcoaly or a pencil.
Charcoaly or a pencil? Oh, you can probably find a pencil, because if he has legal like experience, so a pencil and like quick writing implements and stuff like that are common.
So I'm going to do the old trick, and
do a rubbing. Okay,
and bring up the paper underneath the letter and take that.
Okay. So you do that, fold it, put that in your bag. Is there anything else you wanted to take from
Is there a seal? Or some
seal?
sort, or a stamp of some kind? Yeah.
You look at his other documents, and from the size and pressure being applied to them, you can tell he probably uses a ring.
Right.
That's probably on him. He does not have a separate jaw that's located in his office. It stays with him, so he's got it on his finger at all times.
Okay. I'm going to take one of the pens and that piece of paper.
Oh, give me a... Actually, no, you succeeded because you got the observation roll. On top of everything else he's saying, you can tell that the globe is hollow. Like there's a latch on the side of the globe.
I know what's in there, and I leave.
Okay.
I know what a hollow globe is for.
No. Technically, that would be illegal, what you're expecting in there.
Yeah, but there's no way I can take evidence
Not
of
if
that.
he already owned it.
A mayor hosting guests and stuff like that. He goes through a couple bottles every couple of months. So yeah, you leave. You've got the rubbing of the document and a pen that you've been able to take. And do you just go back? You hook back into the ladies' room, then back out to the general floor.
Yeah, and I am
inconspicuous as it possible.
See if I can find that huge albino tiger.
Well, yeah, that doesn't take much. I'm I'm gonna say,
where is there?
yeah, I'm gonna say, Jack, you probably after you get done with your mission specifically, you just schmoozing with
yes.
the just kind of.
And specifically, I am trying to buddy up with the mayor massively.
Like you get into his orbit immediately.
Yeah. With same party, like I'm an Alderman.
Knew
I'm
your
part
father.
of City Council. He probably did know my father, and I want to try and smoosh my way on to the next ballot in some way, like deputy mayor. or one of the other departments, like head of
So you're doing the thing like you're laughing at all his jokes. You're
adding to the conversation. I'm guessing that he was also probably part of the yacht team if he was at Tiger Ogre U. If he's
he's not from Tricogha.
Oh, really?
Like initially he came here. He's been in like politics here for about like 20 years. He's in his like late 40s. Like he's the kind of upper ages there. He's starting to get into like his 50s. But he's originally from down south. Like he came from like kind of like the Oklahoma area, and he came up to the Midwest. So
he's definitely a wrestler then.
Maybe. But no, he's he's just this. He's just very personable. He's all smiles. He's very also like always like arm around shoulders when he's talking to people. He's been he's one of those guys. Just like
I am happy to take the arm around kind of thing. I am rolling with it and like
so he's in the middle of telling like an anecdotal story about his first year as mayor and dealing.
How many terms has he been mayor now?
He's been 5 terms.
5 terms. Okay. Cool.
5 terms. Yeah. He spent about 10 years in like the alderman, lower level positions, and then he got right up to mayor, and he's been with it since like the early 1900s is when he came in. So he's just been going through and So he gets done with the joke, and you can tell you're starting to make headway because he immediately looks to you when he gets done with the joke. Yeah. He gets me. Yeah.
I do.
Yeah. By the way, I don't know if I said the. Yeah. I don't know if I said it. The mayor's name is Roger Creighton.
Oh, I didn't get the first name.
Roger Creighton.
I had Mayor Creighton. I did not have Roger.
He is a bull. He's a cattle. He is bull. Just this big guy.
He's a big boy.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, I'm an imposing white tiger man. So
he's a little taller than you. He's a little taller than you. Yeah. No, he's also just got, he's
there's just a lot of meat on him.
He's a lot of meat. Yeah. But yeah, so it doesn't take you.
It's mainly muscle.
Doesn't take you any time at all, Lena, to find your date, because he's with another huge person. like and they're just like very loud, as all Americans are with their English. Very loud English.
Are we talking like
and I have delicate ears,
bull horns as well, like
oh yeah, he's got horns. Yeah, no, yeah, because he's from the Midwest, so it's definitely a horned bull instead of a hornless cattle. So yeah.
Oh, there you are, Alderman Andrews. I've been looking everywhere.
Am I at this point?
Monsieur Mayor, wonderful to meet you.
Am I on a first name basis with the mayor at this point? Am I?
Go ahead and give me a will presence roll.
Okay, will presence.
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my personality of ambitious in with this.
All right, and roll that with you too.
Oh, nice, good roll.
Okay, well, this is an opposed check, but he has no possibility of getting a 10. Yep. So, yes, he's calling you Jack, and that he started calling you Jack first.
Yep.
And then
I hopped
you
on
tried
that.
it once.
Roger. Yeah.
You got you latched right on. Yeah. And who's this, Jack?
Let me introduce you to my date for this evening. This is Mademoiselle La Pan. She comes in from Europe. Are you?
A pleasure to make your acquaintance, Monsieur Mayor.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine, ma'am. And he just he leans down pretty far because you're not tall, and just a little kisses you, kisses the back of your hand, the thing, and he goes, oh, you known each other long? I haven't seen you around any of the meetings.
I am new to the city. Alderman Andrews was kind enough to invite me to this party, so I might introduce myself to the more upper classes of society here.
Oh, well, you're in good company, ma'am. I know a lot of individuals who would love to pick your brain about Europe and what's going on over there.
Well, I know many of your fine citizens came to help us in our time of need, so we are very appreciative of our American friends.
Oh, yes. We have I believe a memorial going up sometime whenever they get the funding worked out of it, going down in the in Sapphire Plaza for not only our boys, but your boys as well.
That will be wonderful.
Yeah, we actually had quite a large number of German immigrants that used to live here, but we took care of most of that during those years. So we've kind of I wouldn't say purged it from us, but it's not as prominent as it used to be.
Says
Of
the man
course,
whose
of course.
family are Germans.
What was that?
Of course. You cannot risk espionage.
Oh, of course. Funny enough, and he starts talking to you about a French cafe that's in downtown. That's kind of in the upper class districts.
Is it the one I was in last week?
No, but it's one you've been to because you've kind of gone around. It's kind of all like the upper class portions of businesses inside of like those kinds of businesses in Tricogha are trying to emulate kind of continental Europe dining and everything, and French. The French is very popular right now, especially because like a lot of the German beer halls and stuff like that got immediately shut down once we joined the war, and and then Berlin Street got renamed to Empire Street and things like
Beer
that.
was also in Prohibition on probably the best plan, so it's probably coffee shops that are better.
There's all the foie gras as well, and and the French
yeah.
French cooking as well coming in.
Yeah, they're not great, but they're above average compared to like some of the places over in like New York, etc. that are a bit more Americanized. This is much more raw. Is what you're getting here, and also has a much more of a direct connection to French Canada, which, although not anywhere near the same, definitely helps. So yeah, if you don't stop him, you can't leave for an hour because he will keep talking. So,
I am staying that full hour. I don't. Yeah. I am there.
Like he's just
committed.
going back and
I can't leave if he's not leaving.
Unless you pull me
so you
away,
just gotta,
I am not leaving this. This is
you've got to just tough it out. You got to tough it out with this guy. And, it's not necessarily...
This is Mog with the Prince. Previous campaign. This is Mog with the Prince.
I would say it's not... I wouldn't say it's as bad. He's not, like, annoying. He's just... He's very loud. He's a very loud American politician who's trying to be liked. And it's painfully obvious to you that that's what he's doing. But he's
at
not
least
like
he's not like an asshole.
He's not an asshole, and he's not like particularly unfunny either. He does make a couple of jokes that maybe get a laugh. Definitely not as much as the people around him laugh, but that's more for his ego than anything. But yeah, no, he'll he'll be talking about himself. He'll also be asking other people about what's going on with them, things like that. There's a lot of interjections from himself, that kind of stuff. And yeah, he doesn't like it's kind of like it's about an hour before really that kind of like peters out, and he goes, well, I I gotta go talk to a couple more of my constituents, so I hope you enjoy the rest of your night. And he he shakes your hand, Jack, and he does that thing where he doesn't have a hat to tip, but he kind of tilts his head towards you, Lena, and then he starts French, and then he gets back out to the other. And he heads off to like another group of individuals. You can see it's another group, a few of the other aldermen that are a part of the city as well, and he gets right into that as well and tells a lot of the same stories that he told you.
That's when I pull the Alderman Andrews away. We must leave.
Oh, so soon? I'll have what was the freaking hyena's name?
Oh, the coyote?
Coyote, yeah.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh God, what was his name? I think it was it Jack? No, it wasn't Jack, because that'd be three Jacks. No, no, it wasn't Jack.
Three Jacks. All we need is another pair, and we've got a full house.
His name's Fred.
Fred, yeah, Freddy. That's what it was, Freddy.
I'll have Freddy bring the car around.
He's not the driver, but he'll order the driver to do that. Yes. Yeah. You do so. And you're not the first people to leave, like by any means. People are coming and going throughout.
I am gonna leave a donation before I leave, though, in the orphanage.
You're not the only one that.
And a note in a noted envelope from myself. I want it publicly clear that I've not made an anonymous donation.
Okay. it still goes in the same place. This big glass jar, which is filling up. Like, even if that isn't the point of this party, known that isn't the point of this party. It's just the excuse for the party. It's still actually quite full at this point. So I mean, it's raising money. It's roaring 20s. People have a lot of money to spare.
For now.
For now. 3 more
Give
years.
it another few years. Give it another few more years.
I'm currently investing in the California pineapple business. That's where my money is.
What money? I don't.
You want to feel really bad? Feel bad for the budding wineries that started up in the late 1915 era in the Midwest and California.
Dust Bowl. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No. In the Midwest, around the Illinois area.
The wine is
Prohibition
finished.
Killed it. But the thing is, the soil and the climate around Illinois and like Missouri around that era was very similar to France. It could have actually produced amazing wine, but as soon as it was starting up from all the immigrants from France around that time, killed it.
No, I was making a joke on we're about to hit 1929 and then the Dust Bowl, which just kind of killed that industry. So,
yep. So there's a lot of things that just kind of killed a lot of industries. Kind of our own fault. But yeah, so Freddy gets the driver to bring the car around, and you enter into the vehicle. And
Monsieur, what do you think you know?
I think you have a little bit of a side hustle going on, Miss La Pan. My staff
I don't know.
All of the most reputable means, despite the facade. And some of them have heard about your little escapades, both on the continent and here.
And who would spread such information?
Actually, another European.
Very.
That recently came into my service. Figured you got me something.
Less of a bubble, more information. Are you interested?
I would have settled for a paperweight, but information is definitely something I'm interested in.
Well, I do not work for free.
I will be right back. I have to food.
And now a word from our sponsor, the California Pineapple Company.
Here at Pepperidge Farm.
Pepperidge Farm remembers.
Yeah. Anyway, now I thought it would be a little bit of a repayment for getting you in today, but I understand. What will make it worth your while?
Let's say 50, and we'll call it even.
Or I accept. Should I hear from my constituents that work might need be doing?
Well, I will keep your
Good
secrets.
news. I don't have to stir food anymore.
If you keep my secrets, then I can keep yours.
You can always rely on the Jack. I will hand over the money you ask.
I will hand you the piece of paper.
Okay.
Okay, what happened? I didn't have my ears.
We made a transaction.
Right.
I outed her. She offered to sell me the information she found, and I bought it. And I said, if I heard of any other work, would she be interested?
Okay.
Alderman, I do not harm, I do not kill, I do not take from those who cannot afford it, whether that is financially or any other way. Those are my rules.
I agree with you. I am a people person.
Slam cut to us, like, threatening the mouse.
Hey, you didn't do any harming. You didn't.
No,
you didn't
but we
kill.
could have.
There was much convincing there was actually no harm created by us.
True. We didn't hurt it.
Unless you consider the book, which may be burnt by now. We may have killed the book.
Yeah, the book's dead. Yeah, we buried that book.
There's
It's not
more
leather
trees.
bound, is it?
My
It's not leather
Edward
bound,
is
is it?
getting mad.
There's leather bound.
Yeah.
I'm going with the fact there's two tiers. There's like actual animals, and then there's the people of this world, and that they don't, there's no
Okay.
yeah, there's no in between there.
The Bible says that we should not kill.
The Bible says many things. How many do you agree with?
Protecting oneself is a different question.
Of course.
And I am first and foremost in it for the people of this city. Because that benefits the Jack. I'm sure we can abide
Just
by the
monetarily,
rules
because
there.
money is not everything.
Oh, it's not about the money.
But yeah. Well, you'll find that piece of paper extremely interesting. Now, if you could drop me off at my hotel, I would be appreciative.
Of course. Driver? And I return Miss La Pan to her abode.
You do. Not only do you you return her to her. Yes, there is music. It's still the dancing.
Yeah.
Pre-track. Hold on. That's the one thing the tracks you gave me don't have, Midge. Is a lot is speaking stuff. It's all ambient music. It's all
Yeah, I
band.
tried to avoid that because we were talking.
It's true. If you could get ones that have,
I'll see what I can do.
yeah, the lyrics would be good because that's very common. All right. So yes, you return Miss La Pan to the to her hotel, drop her off, and head back to your place, to your home. Just double checking the time here.
You have 4 minutes.
Yeah.
4 minutes. All right. So I think that would be a good time before you read this note and kind of get into that section. We should call it here with you dropping off Miss La Pan at her hotel and having spent a night in a fairly decent party, schmoozing the elite of the city, while your men threatened a mouse and almost got in a gunfight with a rival gang that were doing the same thing.
Listen, our hands got dirty, so his hands can stay clean.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's a good stopping off point for this session, which is a very pretty action-packed, also just interesting, good role-play session. I liked it.
So, if you've enjoyed this broadcast, a big thanks, as always here, to our lovely writer and DM, Commissar Roach. You can find him at youtube.com/Commissar Roach. A link to that is in the description or in the panels in the show's About section. We've also been joined by the illustrious Surelyonlymikey, the completely and utterly dapper, boy does he clean up well, UtariOnzo.
You rock that outfit.
Yeah,
That is amazing. You look great.
Jeez.
You didn't have your headphones on, but we all went wild when you.
Yeah, we were like, yeah.
You can grab their links in the same places, and also we have the fantastic Red Moogle and RivalZoneGaming from the awesome RivalZoneGaming channel on both Twitch and YouTube. Links, same places. And I've been Midgeman. You can find me at twitch.tv/Midgeman, or right here on the Component Cast on our Monday game as the DM for the Elendor Chronicles. This has been the Component Cast. We hope you have a lovely, wonderful rest of your evening. And good night, friends.
Good night, everyone.